and transform him, he will go from bad to worse.
That will change the life of people, especially those of us in the diaspora.
Tell me.
Carlisle, I want all women in this rally for change.
Every Thursday at 8 p.m., you can be a part of this conversation by calling 669-7312. That's 869-669-7312. Also available on WhatsApp or from the diaspora 917-460-2187.
Every Thursday night from 8 to 10 p.m. with host Carlisle Powell on 2020 Vision Radio and Facebook.
Do you know what you're drinking? If you are drinking plastic bottled water, chances are you're consuming plastic contaminants, BPA, and other hormone-disrupting chemicals you cannot see with your naked eye. Those empty plastic bottles take up to 450 years to decompose. In the meantime, plastic bottles are polluting the environment. They are dangerous to the planet and our health. The safer solution is to acquire your own Kangen alkaline water filtration system, and you will never have to buy toxic bottled water again. Help save the planet and drink clean water for less than the price you'll pay for acid plastic bottled water over the next few years. The Kangen technology is the world's most popular, most acquired water immunizer. For more information, you can call or WhatsApp us on 917-207-1307. That's 917-207-1307. Change your water, change your life.
This 2020 Vision Radio 102.1 FM program is being simulcast weekly on the Caribbean Broadcast Network, heard on CBN Superstation 90.9 FM, Go Loud Digicel app, covering the entire U.S. and British Virgin Islands, and CBN TV on Flow Channel 101 and on CCT TV Channel 291. We do appreciate our U.S. and British Virgin Island listeners and viewers joining us for these informative and entertaining programs on 2020 Vision Radio and 102.1 FM. The views and opinions expressed on this program are strictly those of the participants and do not represent those of 2020visionradio.com or its advertisers.
Let us put our hands together for Papa Wheeler!
calypso mercenary, bringing it to show for me. I wanted to raw for me. Centennial Impulso, total zombie and beater. Take it away.
Local fans decreasing.
By the numbers they keep dropping. Nobody don't shout no more like they used to shout before.
Boy, disgruntled fans they crumbling about promised songs. Fail on delivering. Start song and can't finish it.
It's standard English, singing stupidness, nonsense.
Why don't you sing a song and dance again?
Tell me what happened to me fair share when the money disappear.
Oh yeah, boy.
Stuart, if in question here,
Bringing that to shout for me.
I wanted to roar for me.
I'm gonna be rocking down the complex.
Yes, if they don't throw me king, boy, I do me like the doctor, placing their campus suicide bomber.
Bringing that to shout for me.
I wanted to roar for me.
I'm gonna be mashing up the complex.
Yes, if they don't throw me king, boy, I do me like the doctor, placing their campus suicide bomber.
Boy, bringing that to shout for me.
I wanted to roar for me.
Anything you want, you go get. Boy, I'm mixing up the soca.
With some Hindi and some rumba, chutney and lavandina.
I did not necessary.
Boy, with calypso mercenary, bringing them to shout for me. I wanted to roar for me. Centennial Impulso, total zombie and beater. Boy, take it away.
I'm gonna be chartering airlines.
See bridge and see taxi, bringing them to shout for me. I want them to roar for me. You don't know.
You got to spend big money.
If you wanna win monarchy,
I go got the diaspora.
420 in my corner, boy, share the life, boy.
Press like, subscribe, sharing.
All here the diaspora's king.
Your king go be knocking down your airport.
Knocking down, broken down
Hospital walls.
training geothermal.
Let the Jewish people sing the song. These Hebrew boys don't understand. Becky, that is out for me.
I want to roar for me.
I'll be rocking down the complex.
Yes, if they don't throw me king, do it like the doctor, president, campus, suicide bomber.
Bringing them to shout for me.
I wanted to roar for me.
Any up the soca with some Hindi and some rumba, chutney and la bandera. ID don't necessary. Please calypso mercenary. Boy, bring it to the show for me. I want it raw for me. Vendele pulso. Toro zombie mira. Kick the momentum. Everybody is welcome. Thank you.
Let me say good evening. Special good evening to all of you early birds. If you came in at 6 o'clock, I do apologize for a few minutes late. We will certainly make it up to you. But Carlisle just got back on island, and you'll be shocked to see me in a pink shirt. I've never seen him in a pink shirt. But he's back here with me, and he is busy getting the tickets ready, getting all the prizes arranged and all that. And you ready for me, Carlisle? Or
no, not yet.
Yeah, you ain't ready yet.
We're getting more prizes.
We're getting more and more prizes as we speak. So if you didn't get a chance to buy tickets, we are still selling tickets right here at the studio. You can call in and book your ticket. And of course, it's an honor system by now. If you can't make it into the studio, you can give your name. And of course, we promise to pay. We will certainly add your name to the list. So you can call Inkla. She's outside there. Her number is what, Carlisle? What's Inkla's number? Let me check. Let me check my phone. You have it?
No.
Okay, let me check Inkla's number. Here it is. I thought I had a number. Oh, I thought I had a number here for Inkla, but I'm not seeing. Inkla, what's the number? Yeah, you can call Inkla here at the studio, and she will book your ticket. What's your number, darling?
You can call me at 668
668 8088.
Or 664
You don't want that. Okay. Say that again. 668 8088. 668 8088. So you can call Inkla that number. If you hadn't had a chance to buy a ticket for you to win, we have some fabulous prizes for you. I mean, anything from iPads, not iPads. I wish. Tablets, cookware. I mean, you name it. Ceiling fans, crock pots, pot sets. I mean, we got a lot of stuff. And Carlisle came back from the US with a suitcase, more stuff. And so, we thank all those persons who donated to the event. And we're going to have the drawing later this evening. But let me first welcome each and every one of you. Let me also notify you that the YouTube is back up and running from tonight. And of course, Twitch is still there. FM Dial is still there. And of course, Facebook is there. So if you're in the mood for any one of those 4 platforms, you take your pick. All right. And so while we get organized here in the studio, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but let me say good evening to Susie Warner up there in the United States, in New York, who was first on the board this evening. Good evening to you, Susie. I hope you're doing well. And all those persons who took the time on this early bird special. I see my good friend Chef Jefferson Lewis is in the house. Verna Crozier, Louise, Dore over there in Bath. She would have given us some wonderful gifts to Raffle. And she says to me, Daly, if my number called on my gift I gave you, I don't want it. I want something else. Of course. Leonard Farrell, good evening to you. And of course, thank you all for extending 1,000th show. Congratulations to us here in the studio. We are always grateful to have you. Let me say also, Ermine Farrell is in the house. Rhonda Brown, Ruth Lynn Hill, Joan Matthews, all the way up there in the UK. And she messaged me today and said, I hope I don't fall asleep. Joan, You're not going to fall asleep. You're not going to fall asleep. So, I hope everything is well with you and your family. Who else we have? Sharon Stapleton is in the house. Who else we have? Ruby Walters, that lovely lady, and she's saying, congratulations on your 1000th program episode. Kervin, the beast man Wilkin is in the house. Boy, you gotta give Brantley a break, and you're too hard on the man these days, brother. You need to ease up. The man gonna end up in a crazy house in St. Kitts. Deacon Owen Jeffers up there in Florida. I hope that storm missed you by a mile. And hope you suffer nothing. The mere fact that you're on, it means that you have power and you have internet, so you couldn't have been too badly off. I spoke to my good friend CVQ. I call her CVQ now, just for annoyance. LCQ up there in Florida. She messaged me that all is well. She just lost her papaya tree. I just say you say papaya tree blood on. And she was grieving like a little papaya tree blood on. She ain't worried about she got a roof on and she ain't lose nothing. She bawling that she papaya tree blood on. But I really need woman that be boy. Catherine France, good evening to you. Similar to Jeffers, good evening to you. And Gemini Nisbet up there in Canada. Jessica Lewis down there in St. Thomas. Ingrid Daniel Farrell up there in Virginia. And we have, of course, who else we have? Myrna Davis. And she's also congratulating us on 1,000 show on 2020 Vision. Yeah, well, all of them weren't on 2020 Vision. Somewhere on some other station. But we're glad for that. Paula Wallace over there in St. James. Good evening to you, Paula. And that beautiful lady, my good friend Arlene Jefferson Stanford, is with us. And so is Annette Francis up there in New York, I think. Yeah, I think she is. Joseph Brooks in New York. And he's saying, daily, I'm in. Okay, good. Wonderful. Gigi Williams Keith, that warrior from St. James, is in the house. Myrtle Bartlett over there in Bath is in the house. Hildred Davis up there in Monset Village is in the house. And Gina Tyson, you made me suck on my own spit, Jeanette. Beautiful lady. Charles, your wife make me swallow my spit. Charles. Florence Byron, how are you? Are you in UK or are you back home? People are asking me. I don't know where you're about. I don't know why people think I know where you are. They keep asking me, where's Florence? I don't know where Florence is. And Daldria Penny, my number one fan down here on St. Kitts. She's in the house. Michelle Liebert in Canada is in the house. Ivor Henry up there in Georgia is in the house. Kitchen King in Arizona is in the house. Who else is present? Well, I saw Corbin Wilkin, he said he's here already. Hazel Claxton, and she's saying congratulations on your ongoing dedication in ensuring that the message was disseminated to the people of the Federation. Happy 1,000th impressive shows. Whew, that's a lot. Thank you for that, Hazel. Keep up the superb job. Gail Greenery over there in Brown Hill. Good afternoon to you, Gail, or good evening, I should say. And Leniqua Dyer is in the house. And who is there? Hugh Cooleyman David. He should be off tonight. He works every day. You know, when he messages me on Target, he says, I'm taking a chance. You know, I'm working, but I'm listening. Good night, Hugh. And Dion Flanders, Nurse Dion Flanders, one of the better nurses we have here on the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, is in the house. Evan Jeffers in the UK. And who else we have? Bumpy, the gentle giant moving from down there, Old Hospital Road, is with us. And who else do we have? Okay. Yeah, so we got quite a bit of persons so far. On Facebook, it's showing me 111 persons listening on Facebook alone. And normally, you know, the numbers tick up as the show will progress, as persons get home from work or shopping or whatever it is. but we welcome each and every one of you. You ready, sir?
Ready.
Okay, Carlisle is back, ready for his seat, and so I'll take my rightful place, and he can take over from here. All right?
The commercial or something, so we can change it.
Okay. I will play this commercial from Pico.
What is in the packet? What is some money?
Pico's service is not playing, Carlisle. I don't know why.
Remember they had it on over here on video.
They had it on video. Oh, okay. Let me try that.
Do you know what you're drinking? If you are drinking plastic bottled water, chances are you're consuming plastic contaminants, BPA, and other hormone disrupting chemicals you cannot see with your naked eye. Those empty plastic bottles take up to 450 years to decompose. In the meantime, plastic bottles are polluting the environment. They are dangerous to the planet and our health. The safer solution is to acquire your own Kangen alkaline water filtration system, and you'll never have to buy toxic bottled water again. Help save the planet and drink clean water for less than the price you'll pay for acid plastic bottled water over the next few years. The Kangen technology is the world's most popular, most acquired water immunizer. For more information, you can call or WhatsApp us on 917-207-1307. That's 917-207-1307. Change your water, change your life.
Let us put our hands together for Papa Wheeler.
Local fans decreasing.
Why? By the numbers they keep dropping. Nobody don't shout no more like they used to shout before.
Why? These grunting fans they crumbling about promise songs. Fail on delivering. Start song and can't finish it.
It's standard English, singing stupidness, nonsense.
Why don't you sing a song and dance again?
Tell me what happened to me fair share when the money disappear.
Ooh yeah, boy.
Stuart, if it question here,
Bringing them to shout for me.
I wanted to roll for me.
I will be rocking down the complex.
Yes, if they don't throw me king, boy, I do me like the doctor, placing their campus suicide bomber.
Bringing them to shout for me.
I wanted to roll for me.
I will be mashing up the complex.
Yes, if they don't throw me king, boy, I do it like the doctor, placing their campus suicide bomber.
Boy, bringing them to shout for me.
I wanted to roll for me.
Anything you want, you go get. Boy, I'm mixing up the soca
With some Hindi and some rumba, chutney and lavandera.
I did not necessary.
Boy, we calypso mercenary.
Bringing them to shout for me.
I wanted to roll for me. Maintain el impulso, todo son bien vida.
Boy,
Take it away.
I will be chartering airlines.
See bridge and see taxi. Bringing them to shout for me. I want them to roar for me. You don't know.
You got to spend big money.
If you wanna win, but not.
Show number 1000. We've been going at this thing for a long time, and finally we have reached the mark of show number 1000. And tonight we'll have all kinds of reflections, and we'll have an open mic as well, so that you can call in and give your greetings. Say whatever you want to say. You can. This is the night when you can interrupt us, and we won't get upset with you. We're going until 10 o'clock tonight, and when I get food, I can talk, and so we have some promises. So we should be getting some food tonight, including the very famous Papa soup. Yeah, I forget to tell you, so you could bring your container.
You didn't forget. You did not forget.
Daily, it's good to be back home.
If I have to walk with my hand, I can cup my hand and you put my soup in my hand, I walk with my soup.
You could take your soup in the cover and I walk with the pot. Oh, Father Jesus, it's good to be back home, good to be back in Nevis, good to be back in the studio. And on a night when we are celebrating, listen, I feel so good that we are getting some young ladies in here to help us. We ain't even gone into the opening sequence yet, but we have a call and we'll take it. Good evening, caller.
Good evening, everyone.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you guys?
I am fantastic. It's good to be back in the studio with Dr. Daly. I miss his hot chocolate. I miss him too, but I miss his hot chocolate.
I know that you're in, I am out. So
Hola.
I hope you have something for me tonight. I hope that I am able to win some gifts tonight.
Listen, we have 33 gifts we have so far, and we're still counting.
Wow, that's great. But I just want to say good evening to everyone, and I hope you were able to take part in the program tonight, and that everyone would win something.
I hope so. We're going to have a fun night tonight. Thank you very much, caller. Good to have you.
I will be listening. Yes, I will be listening. Hold on. Okay then. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Inkla, if you're looking tickets, we are going to be selling tickets right up until we start the draw. And we want to have all the drama within the last hour. So we are giving you from now until, say, 9 o'clock to buy your tickets. And if you want tickets, Inkla is here in the office with us. And so you can call her at 668-8088. That is the same number that you call if you want to make a contribution. We will be taking your calls, your contributions, and you can call Inkla to get tickets. I'm just going to see if I can get Inkla's attention, because I just got a message here from the Virgin Islands. Somebody is looking some tickets. So Inkla will write those up. We will get them inside of the box so that we can have you in the draw this evening. Daily, this list, I don't think I have to go over this list, is more than 33 prices. So we are going to have to make sure that we keep the list updated. Let's go to the phone lines. Good evening, caller. Hello, good evening.
As station manager for this new choice venture and Ren as broadcast engineer, we are both so ecstatic that you've agreed to be a part of it. We are so excited. Can you tell us now if you've come up with a name for your program?
This is Ali. Yes, tell me.
No, that's what we're asking you. Can you tell us what the name is?
Tell me.
Huh? What, Carla, what's the name? Quit kidding around.
Tell me.
Oh, wow. Oh, we're so slow. Tell me. Oh, fantastic. Oh, Carla, you are so clever. You are so super sharp. Oh, wow. Tell me. Oh, wow. What we do? It's on.
Ali, you make me smile when I remember that.
That was so funny. Oh, my God. Every time Ren and I think about it, we just crack it up.
Ali, Dr. Daly, that's how we came up with the name of the show.
Tell me.
Ali called me to say, listen, they have a new station and they want us to have this show, a show similar to this. And I said, yes. Ali said, what's the name of the program? I said, tell me. Ali said, no, I want you. Tell me what's the name of this program. I said, tell me.
Are you kidding me?
And we went on like that for about 10 sequences.
You serious?
I said, Ali, if we're going to have a show, let people call in. Let them tell me so that they would tell me rather than I tell them all the time.
Okay.
And that's how we came up with the name.
Fantastic.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Oh, so congratulations. It's been many, many years. 2005, boy. You're going strong. Keep on, keeping on.
Thank you very much, Ali.
Okay, tell me.
Yeah, Ali is still with the program. We're still with the station after 19 years.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're so welcome.
Okay, good.
Okay, bye-bye.
That's exactly how we started the program. Just on a call from Ali. Let's go to the phone lines. Good evening, caller. Hi, go ahead, Kevin.
I want to say brother greetings to my auntie Sonia, who's celebrating today. Coming from her daughter Hadassah, son Joni, grandson Natal, granddaughter Kaylee, and those of the family.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Thank you very much. Daily, I'm adding to the list of prices here. It's an impressive list. Let's stay with the phone lines. Good evening, caller.
Good night. Carla, this is your cousin in St. Kitts listening to you.
How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm fine. I sorry I didn't get to go in the raffle.
It's not too late.
It's not too late.
No.
Okay, well, how am I going to get your money come up?
Don't worry about that, man. There's boats running. Carlisle is your cousin, so he'll front you.
Huh?
Carlisle is your cousin, so he'll front you the money until you get paying back.
All right, I want to draw. I'm coming up Saturday.
Okay.
So, Carlisle, I'm going to be over rices. So come and collect your money.
I will find you.
Huh?
I will find you.
When you see the flag flying by the gate, right in there, be.
Okay, I will find you.
Okay, my loving cousin. See you. Love you.
Love you too. Daily, the price list gone up to 35, and I think it might be 36. We'll tell the people what the prices are. Remember, we are still allowing you to buy tickets. And so let me just make a note of those last two, and then I'll pop outside and tell Inkla, and we have the lovely Miss Lawrence here as well, who is with us this evening.
Carleen Lawrence.
Carleen Lawrence.
We have some good help.
Definitely. I think I find the Pico ad. I think you were looking too hard for it, so here it is. No, I have to talk to the technician because
He's not playing.
It's not playing. Yeah. So let me slip outside and argue with him and come back inside right after this. Where is Beanie Man? Welcome back, and we're here. We're trying to get ourselves sorted out still, but Dr. Daly, how about we go through the list of prices that we'll be drawing tonight? And is a lot of prices, is a lot of good prices. They're not in any particular order in terms of how we'll draw them. We'll decide on that later. But then again, I have a better idea here. We have found the Pico ad, so why not play that right now?
electricity, UPS and generator installation. When you need electrical work done now, done right, done at an affordable price, contact Finney's Electrical Company. Call or WhatsApp 665-1916 or email pico_1166 yahoo.com. Pico, the way to go.
Welcome back. To tell me, Dr. Daly, let's run through the list of prices that we'll be pulling this evening, because we want people to know that this is serious business. And before I start, let me just say that we want to say thank you to all of those persons who made contributions. The only one that we had to top up was the laptop computer. We got a gift of $500, and we just topped up that to make sure that we could buy. We did promise people that we will have a laptop tonight, and so yes, we have that laptop computer. So here we go. We have 1 2-burner cast iron gas stove, 1 2-burner electric stove, 1 rice cooker, 1 stainless steel 5.5 quart pot, 1 frying pan, of course non-stick. We have 1 Bath and Body Works 1,000 Wishes set, 1 Victoria's Secret Pure Seduction Bath and Body set, 1 fire stick, 1 pair of sunglasses. We have 2 Echo Pops with Alexa, and we'll draw them separately. We have 1 electric kettle, 1 electric iron, 1 7-piece pot set, 1 Galaxy tablet, 1 Lenovo laptop, 1 3-quart soup pot, lunch for 2 by Lime Beach Bar, breakfast for 2 by Papa's Grill. We have a backpack with an external charging port, and we will also throw in a power bank with that. Then we have a separate power bank. We have 2 wireless earpods. We'll draw those separately as well. We have a smartwatch. We have a portable rechargeable smoothie blender. Those health conscious people would surely appreciate that. We have a sterling silver handmade pair of earrings. We have an antique copper handmade pair of earrings. We have a slow cooker. We have 1 ceiling fan, and we have to thank our sponsor Pico for that ceiling fan. We have 2 chargers, and you know people every now and again they lose their chargers. We have 2 of those phone chargers. Well, you can use them on your laptop as well. We have an active body gym in your pocket. I saw that. I don't know what that is. First time I'm hearing about it. Gym in your pocket. I wonder if I put it in my pocket if you exercise for me. We have a phone stand. You know, you're walking around the house and you put down your phone, and especially when you're on video, everybody's seeing up in your ceiling. Well, we have a phone stand for here this evening. We have a curtain tie back. We have 1-year TV services. So, you know, people have different things, and we're giving you a whole year TV services. And we have a 10-watt LED job site speaker. That brings us up to a list of 35. If you have a donation to make and you didn't hear it on the list, or you made a donation and we forgot to put it on the list, call us still, because we want to make sure that the people who participated in the raffle this evening get good value for money. Where else in the world you can spend $10 on a ticket or $100 on a book and you have 35 chances to win? 35 is a lot, Dr. Daly.
And I do appreciate the seriousness at which people chose their gifts to give. And for example, my good friend Pico, he called me since on Monday and said, you know, I want to donate something to the raffle. And I said, go ahead, you know. But so when he showed up with a ceiling fan, and it's a remote control ceiling fan, I mean, this guy went out of the way. And so I do thank Pico from Pico's Electrical Services for that wonderful gift. And all those persons who took the time and thoughtfulness to pick something, not just something you don't want, because these are things that everybody could use, but they thought it best to share it with 2020 Vision, and in particular, Tell Me, for us to raffle. So we do thank each and every one of you for your generosity, and of course your style, you know.
And we have to go back, way back to when we started in 2005. And the reason why we started in 2005, a lot of people now take radio for granted, Dr. Daly, because you have so many different avenues of social media. When we started Tell Me back in 2005, it wasn't like that. In that, if you wanted to reach a lot of people, you really had to do it via radio. You didn't have the Instagram and the TikTok and the Facebook and all those kind of things. So you actually had to come and get yourself on. In those days, it was Van Radio in Nevis, ZIZ was the big one in St. Kitts. And so you had to get on those to get the news out. And the people in Nevis really were not satisfied that they were getting to say what they wanted to say and to hear their views publicly. And so when Tell Me started, Tell Me naturally had a following which grew over time. And as the people who have been listening and following the station for a lot of time, they would tell you that they remember when we started up in TBN. We started at Bass Plain in TBN building. And some of my old Christian friends used to call me before the show to tell me that, listen, I want to pray for you more tonight. So they wanted to pray for me more because, remember, you're going in God building to talk. and so they wanted to make sure that I didn't get carried away. But I'm a well-mannered fellow. I don't get myself in trouble and so on. You know, so we moved from there. Eventually we ended up down upstairs Rams, where Choice Radio was located for quite some time. And then we moved again down to Pennies, down there by Cosia. And we moved from there and we went to the corner of Jews Road and Government Road. And then we ended up here in the TDC building in Charlestown, in Nevis. But over all that period of time, one thing has been constant. Our listeners have stayed with us.
Through thick and thin. And I can't even remember how I got into radio. I can't remember. I remember on Target, Mr. Hector had invited me in the absence of Cosia. He was away on business for a couple of weeks. And I remember Hector invited me. It was then myself, Patrice, and Hector. And it was just supposed to be for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And then 2 weeks turned into the permanency of Target. I can't even remember, Carlisle, how I ended up on Tell Me. Do you remember?
I think we were short at one time, and I asked you to come and fill in for me,
Okay.
help me one time.
Okay.
But that one time turned into I didn't have to invite you the second time. You say you like it and you want to come.
Ah.
Okay. Yes.
When you get as old as me, you can't remember half the things that happened to you over your lifetime. But it was fortuitous for me to be a part of such a wonderful program. And we have stayed the course, through thick and thin, win and loss. We've been here spreading the gospel about what's happening here on Nevis. And of course, without you, the listeners, we would have no show. All right? So you make it possible each and every day for us to find the energy, to find the stamina, to come at you every week, every chance we get, and share with you our thoughts and our dreams, and of course listening to you and getting your feedback, your interactions. It's been a wonderful journey thus far, and I hope that another 1,000 shows will be bestowed on us. So for all those out there on Nevis, in St. Kitts, further afield in the diaspora, St. Martin, UK, US, Canada, thank you all so much for your patronage, your kindness, of course, and of course your attention during our programming, and your interaction with us is always about you and making sure that you understand what's happening here on Nevis.
And I continue to sell tickets. Just got messages here from two friends of mine. So I am sending the message outside to Inkla. Inkla is on the outside, and she's helping us in terms of getting these tickets. So
did my favorite sister-in-law Tula buy any tickets when you were in the States?
no, I was so busy. I was so busy that I didn't see too many people from Nevis.
I'm beyond speechless.
But I'm sure she's listening, so she could still call in.
I'm putting her on the spot. So, my dear sister-in-law, if you have not, I know you don't need to everything, so you don't need to call me down on that. You know, your footprint and DNA is everywhere on NRP, on Tell Me, and on Target. But, you know, whatever you can swing this way, of course, I will trust you if you tell me paid for you, and when you come back, you'll pay me back. I know you won't pay me back, but it's okay.
No, if she messaged me, I would still have to get her tickets though.
Yeah,
because she's a good person.
She is one of a kind.
Yeah. Just got a message from my donor. She want a ticket. I don't know why I donor is getting in so late in the game, but I think she heard the prices and she decided she want to get in on the prices. I don't know. Your ticket is covered. I'll have you sorted.
Well, Twiller says she's on the way to the airport.
It's all right, Twiller. All you got to do is send a message.
That's all you got to do.
Just send a message and tell us how many tickets you want. We'll put in the money because you're a good woman.
Yeah, no less than $100. No less than $100.
That could work too. Let me say good evening to this caller. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Charlie. Milton.
Yes.
You ever hear about Lord Antics?
Lord what?
Antics.
No.
Well, that was my brother, my father, first child, born in Zion. He used to sing, he sing a song, and take the man inside, and take the parrot out. He was from Nevis, Gingerland. Well, I had to get somebody to find out, because he didn't leave and went to Jamaica. He is 92 years. And he wants to come back home, so I'm going to try to get him come home. And while he comes, I will introduce you to him, because I said had the song them with him, but he had before you. And so he sings, said I said, baby don't move your dial, but I think Mr. Keynes will sing it back over. So I will let him sing it for you. And he songs them where he used to sing.
I got you.
He named Lord Antics from Nevis.
All right, thank you very much for that.
Okay, one of my very good close friends here cussing me because he sent a message to say she need 2 tickets, and I didn't see the message, so he cussing the hell out of me. Say I get a message from Virgin Islands and none from her. But I'm going give Inkla the message. So I'm going, and I'm sure that she's going to give me the $20.
Well, I see a message from Twilla here, and she addressed the concern to you.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, Carlisle, hold my tickets, $100 US, please.
$100 US worth of tickets?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Remember, $1 for $1, eh? So you still get 10 tickets. me ain't playing that game, you know.
You're playing Twiller. You're playing Twiller.
If she said, Kel, hold my tickets $100, I would say, okay. But the mere fact, I'm sitting here, and I'm her brother-in-law, not you, and she's addressing you. So she don't want me in her business, she gonna pay $1 for $1.
Okay, all right, I got you. Hey, listen, we're having fun, and tell me, because guess what? It's show number 1000. And we want to say thank you very much to T, who made way for us this evening so that we can go for 4 hours and tell me. Good evening to Tulu. Tulu, I know you would have loved to be here. Tulu, as soon as he's better, he's going to be back with us. But you take your time and get well, Tulu, so that you can be back on your feet and doing everything that you love to do, plus more. Let me see. Let me send this message to Inkla again. Okay, that one has gone. And then this other person who cussing me off, let me send the message to Idona again. Not to Idona, send this one to Inkla again so that she can write this up. Good. That gone. Okay.
So you got thrillers.
Let me send that to Inkler.
One book.
Yeah, one book. And that money is safe. We not even got to worry about that.
With interest.
Yes. Where she always give me interest. She never come Nevis unless she bring us some kind of snack plus my hot chocolate. So I never have to worry about Thriller. That's
Well,
good people.
You get a snack, I get a barrel.
Oh.
so take that.
Boy, you show off. You show off. Miss Dyer, don't worry. Your message already went to Inkler, so more than likely Inkler has written up those already. So don't worry about that. Better run down the list and make sure. Errol, your order has gone through, so you're good. Good evening, caller.
How are you?
I am wonderful.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Powell.
Good night. Good night.
This is Dale. The company phone.
Say again.
Dale Jones.
Dale, your ticket's written up already there in the barrel already. As soon as we get a break, I will send you your ticket numbers.
Oh, thank you very much.
So they're in the drum already. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, they're in the drum. Make sure you pick up the right one too.
Okay, Dale.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Dale met me this afternoon and he said he wanted to be a part of the thing. Let's take a little break because we have one of our hosts coming in to join us.
What you need, tell me if I'm good enough for you, yeah, good enough for you, baby, yeah, yeah. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need, tell me if I'm good enough for you, yeah, good enough for you, baby. But girl, tell me what you want, tell me what you need, tell me if I'm good enough for you, yeah, good enough for you, baby, yeah, yeah. Tell me what you want.
Good evening.
Welcome back and good evening, caller. How are you?
Good evening. I'm well. Good evening to Tell Me and to everyone who has been on the openly my condolences to Semeon Daniel, one of the founding members of Tell Me, and the passing of his wife. We want 1,000 Tell Me, and I listen to Tell Me for 1,000 times, 1,000 programs. So I don't know if I'm gonna get a gift for that, but if not, I want to put 2 tickets in the bag for me, Carlisle.
Okay.
And I'll pay you when I see you.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Number. Yeah, as something they want to win. Something they want to win. So I'll go with that. Thank you, Daily. See you soon.
All right, man.
Carbo by 2. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. We got you. We're back, and let me say good evening to Sean Springate. Sean has been in the chair, Tell Me, for a long time. Sean, how are you doing?
I'm very good, Mr.
Okay, and not... Go ahead.
You got me?
I got you now.
All right, I'm very good. Good evening to everybody. It's a pleasure being back in the hot seat, Dr. Daly. And the Tell Me listeners, the Tell Me fans, those people who have been with us since God knows when, since we were up at Rams. You know, I remember when we were there, and you know, when we started out, you know, it's kind of getting off the ground was very rocky. But Mr. Powell, you held the fort. Then we went down to Pennies. That was another move, and then we came up here. So the journey has been long. It has been good. We have climbed many mountains. We have been through many valleys, and we're still here. So it's
Absolutely.
a pleasure being here with you guys.
And we had a lot of fun.
Of course.
I remember one night, Dr. Daly, we went in the studio, and maybe about 7:45, 10 to 8, Sean said, Powell, what are we going to talk about tonight? I said, I have no idea. You remember, Sean? I said, I have no idea.
I remember.
But listen, but when we played the Tell Me theme and we got going, listen, I believe it's one of the best shows that we produce.
And then when 10 o'clock came, we were wondering how time flies so fast.
Exactly.
Yeah. And what I would say, Mr. Powell, is that our listeners, they really stuck with us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even when things were bad, they stuck with us. When things were good, they came on board. You know, I think one of my best Tell Me shows, and it showed me the force that this radio station has, was when Flores got his house burnt.
Yeah.
In 2 hours, we were able to raise a significant amount of money. In 2 hours.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
And that showed me that even though there are some people who don't call, they listen.
They're listening.
And there were many silent. And that showed me that there's a force behind the Nevis Reformation Party that we need to hold on to. You know, so many people would say that the NRP is dead and NRP, you know, but there are people behind us, silent listeners. And, we just need to hold on to these people because it shows the momentum that we have. And this is a momentum and this is a force. And being the president of the youth arm, I'm able to say that we have a force behind us. We just need to hold on to that, hold on to our momentum and build upon it. And, there are many things that we can conquer.
Yeah, I remember that night very well when we did the fundraising. We had never done one before. Never done one before. And Floris got his house burnt. When I checked, Floris wasn't on the island.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, but Floris can't come back to his house how he left it. Not how he left it, but after the fire. So I said, Sean, we're going to try to raise some money tonight. And Sean asked me, how much you looking at? 5,000? I said, Sean, 5 wouldn't cut it.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go past 10,000 tonight. And we just started the process. We announced what we were doing. And we left it with more than 10,000 committed on the night.
Yeah.
It was so tremendous because it showed that there were people out there who were listening.
Yeah.
People understood the message. They knew Floris. They knew that Floris was very active and was one of the callers who helped to make the show what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I look back on that night, I just get goosebumps. It showed that people are caring. People are loving. And what made it worse.
Mr. Powell, I think, even though this show is branded as an NRP, I'm sure that we had contributions from people who weren't even
Absolutely.
supporters.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, we were all Nivisions.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened to Floris should have never happened. It was unthinkable. But we came together as Nivisions to support our fellow Nivision.
Mm-hmm.
So there's still hope. There's still hope.
The other thing that really stands out in my memory, I remember a night we finished the show. It was after 10, and we had sat down a little bit. I think it was Hastings and I up at Rams. I think Pat might have been there as well. But we finished the show after 10, and when I drove out, that time you entered and left through one gate at Rams. That's the lower gate. When we drove out, Mr. Ural Swanston was there waiting for us. And so, naturally, we stopped to say good night. And Swanee said, jump out, man, let's talk a couple of minutes. We talked until over 1 o'clock in the morning. Swanee educated us on the history of the NRP, which is the history of Nevis, and what it was like in Nevis in the 70s, in going back to 60s and all those kind of things. And I left Swanee at about 1 o'clock in the morning. Chatted, he waited there for us. He said, listen, I'm all on the radio, so I'm waiting for all you. I've been listening to the show. I sat here in my vehicle listening to the show. And we had another show and a half. 1 o'clock in the morning we left. We just sat down on the cemetery wall and chatted. And you learned so much in all that period of time just by listening to the elders. Sometimes I wonder if the young people nowadays understand what it is to learn from your seniors, because they don't seem to do it a lot.
I think people also are very cognizant of the dangers we face. I recall many times there was one particular lady who I met. She was one of the workers over at Oli, one of the servers. And she said, "Daily, I just pray for you. I just pray you get home safe, because I know there are evil people out there." And every night she would call me before or text me before I leave. And she says, "When you get home, just signal me you get home safe."
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I never knew her name for a long time. You know, and so there are persons who would call me before, you know, just before I get home, people would call me and say, "You're home safe? You all right?" And I say, "I'm good." You know, so we do appreciate that care. My good friend down there in St. Thomas, Delicious Nicholas Brown, and some of our friends would have purchased a onboard camera for me for my truck, to keep an eye on my truck, because the things we say upset a lot of people. Of course, the truth always does, and so they were really concerned about my safety, and of course the rest of us. And I do thank the police also for giving us permission to park on the main road, so we don't have to walk behind the studio into this parking lot. So we must also be cognizant of that situation, and giving thanks to those persons who made that happen.
Well, you know, gentlemen, this radio show goes worldwide. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I spend a lot of time in St. Thomas now, you know, with me being a pilot. And so many people meet me down there. And they say, I met this one guy, you know, he said, "You're going to be on Thursday?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" I thought he was talking about work. And he said, "No, man, the radio station." I said, "Oh, yeah." And that's how I ended up messaging you, Mr. Paul, because I got a mix up with the dates.
Mm-hmm.
So it was in St. Thomas that I got a reminder that I was supposed to be here on Thursday, you know. But this show, it reaches out to so many people. And, you know, the information that we pass every Thursday night, yes, it is political, but we are thinking about the betterment of our country. And truth be told, if it's not going in the right direction, I would say it's not going in the right direction. If it is going in a trend that I feel can benefit us, I would say it's going. So, you know, most people would meet me and, you know, they would say, "Good show." Some people tell me, "Sean, keep out of the politics," which is, you know, something that's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. You know, before I continue, I want to say good night to my mom. She's home listening. And, you know, I tie that in because anybody who knows my mother and who knows my grandparents, it is hard to kind of separate me from the politics.
Impossible.
I do get frustrated. I do, you know, sometimes I feel like my pressure is going up, and I walk away, and sometimes I say, I just fed up. But this is politics. This is politics. And, you know, there are some people who might see me and they don't know the internals that I'm dealing with. And they might say, "Okay, well, you walk away from telling me," they don't hear me, or you throw your hand away from the party. I would always be a supporter of the Nevis Reformation Party. I may not agree 100% with what the party does, but I'm always a supporter of the party. And I am going to continue to try and push the beliefs of the party. You know, I remember when I came back from college and we had the NRP headquarters up on Government Road in the old board building. A lot of people don't even know the history of the party. They don't even know that that's where we had our meetings. And I remember sitting down with Ura Swanston. I remember sitting down with Carlisle, Joseph Parry, so many of the older ones. And, you know, you're coming fresh out of college and you wondering, okay, am I in the right thing? But I learned so much from these gentlemen. And, you know, sometimes we think that what is happening with the party right now is bad. But I remember sitting down in many of these executive meetings and cussing and stuff going on. And I'm the youngest one there, and I'm wondering, okay, well, what's going on? But then when the meeting finishes, everybody say, "Boy, let's go. Let me go down the road." And, you know, this is the culture that we have, and we are a party that believes in the upliftment of Nevisians. If you're coming back out from the 60s and understand where the party came from, it was always for the betterment of the people. We're not a selfish party. We're not in this to enrich ourselves and to walk away after 5 years and say, I ain't gonna be poor like so and so. Which is what has been happening. We believe in the education of our people. We're not gonna be like some who say that, oh, you don't need education, just love your country. We're not gonna go down that road. When the Nevis Reformation Party youth arm was on stream and we had all these young people behind us, how many people did the NRP send away for and give scholarships? How many of those people came back and are investing in the country? When the government changed, some of those same people who wanted to come home couldn't come home. We never thought that it would have been like that. I never thought it would have been like that. I thought that people will go away, get experience, and they will come back home and enhance the livelihood of themselves and their parents. How many of these parents who had their children go off to college were cleaners? They were doing housekeeping at Four Seasons, at some of the other hotels, some of the villas. They couldn't afford it. And the Nevis Reformation Party came in. So I want people to remember where we came from. And some of the people who benefited under the Nevis Reformation Party need to come back and say thank you. Say thank you. Thank you for where I am today. Now, we know Nevis could be further on. We do. We admit that. But come on board and let us try to direct the island in a direction that is going to uplift not only ourselves, but our children and our children's children.
But the funny thing is, some of the greatest detractors of NRP are persons who NRP sent off to college for free. And that, you see, that tells you that we are not a party that picks out. If you are in need, we try to make it happen. When you come from a CCM household or NRP household, we try to make it happen. And so one person's come back after 4 years or how many years they were studying, they can pick and choose. There was never any issue with them choosing NRP or CCM, whatever it is. You are now educated, courtesy of the Nevis Reformation Party. But let me say something else regarding the reach of the show. I dare not go into Charlestown unless I have a few hours to burn. Because I will park somewhere in town and walk to where I need to go pay some bills, and I will stop about 10 times before I reach where I need to go. And a lot of times it is people who never suspected are listening to the show are listening, and listening attentively. And they can tell you basically almost verbatim what you said on a particular issue, whether they agree or disagree. And that to me is a fulfillment of any educator's dream, that you have persons so in tune with what we are saying that they're literally committing everything we say to memory. So they can either say yes or they challenge you on why they said no. And I enjoy those interactions quite a bit. You go to the banks, you go to the water department, you go to Nevlec, to and fro in Charlestown, you always find persons who are willing to engage you on the issues. Not no cussing, not no getting on, just civil conversation about where we are in the country, where we need to go, what's going wrong, what's going right. And that is the kind of things that I really enjoy, that interaction I like with people. Sometimes I don't have the time to engage for a long period, and I say, give me a call later, we continue the conversation, because it is all about education. The tagline for On Target, for example, is educating the masses. You can't be talking about educating the masses if you're unwilling to have a conversation with people who you have engaged, whether on the FM dial, Twitch, YouTube, or on the Facebook feed. You have to engage. Otherwise, this is the wrong profession, the wrong job. And so I do thank all those persons who do take the time. The funny thing is, Sean, there are more persons listening quietly than are listening publicly.
I know.
There are a lot more.
I know.
Persons like the YouTube because they don't have to be seen.
Yeah.
People like the FM because they don't have to be seen.
Yeah.
And people would, message me questions or issues without having to call in. And let me tell you something. There are some people out there who I never suspected
would be listening.
Some of them are listening so they can try and sue us. Believe me, there are those who have their pen and paper ready to take notes. They're going to sue. You know, there are those. And you can see them clocking off. Once you start getting to the end, where you start summarizing or closing statements, you see numbers drop off. Those are the people who are having pen to paper ready to get a lawyer letter to you. You know, but you know, you're up to the game. I think we're a lot wiser now. We know what we can say and can't say, for our own safety and for of course, the longevity of the program and the show, and the station. And so, you know, we are weird. You know, so the only people, I think, my brother and my family, of course, they always say, listen, you need to stop. You know, you're taking too much blows. You know, you are sacrificing too much. You know, we all take different paths. And if my path is one of sacrifice and taking the blows, I couldn't easily move away. But I don't, and we don't.
There's really a power in radio, and you know, I give kudos to those who started the program, who started the radio station, because you know, I remember when we started, you didn't have that many radio stations to choose from. You didn't have stations that came out and were advocating the way that we did. Tell Me wasn't just a political show. I remember, Mr. Powell, I don't know if you remember when we started up in Rams, we brought on, what's the guy who, for water? We were talking about the water
Brian
issues.
Kennedy?
Yes.
Oh, stick a pin. Good evening, caller.
Good evening. I wanted to call in and say congratulations to you all on reaching a significant milestone, the 1000th show on Tell Me. Last week, I was sitting in my car having lunch under the neem tree up at my school.
$10.
And I looked at my surroundings, and I remember when the show started at TBN back in the day, because I was a part of the Choice family as well. Now, over the years, you have been, Carlisle, and all the hosts that you have been a voice for the voiceless. And sometimes you were the only hope in a politically divided country. Back in the day, we gathered around our radio. But now we are around the television, the phones, and the iPads as families. The truth is, Daly mentioned the number of people who are looking on YouTube, etc. That is really not the real true figure, because sometimes you log into YouTube and it would indicate one person, but then you have several people listening in as a family. So you would never really get the true picture of how many persons you have reached. You have reached thousands of persons. But what I must congratulate you for, and Carlisle for, is for having the fortitude, the strength, the energy to keep going. Because many times you have been ridiculed and criticized and suffered unnecessary criticism. But through it all, you stayed the course. And 1,000 shows, and it's not an easy accomplishment to get up every Thursday night to do something like this. And also to be good investigative journalist. I mean, nothing that you say on Tell Me has not been researched. So we know that when you come on to Tell Me, that you are telling us facts, not hearsay. You do your investigation and you get the real deal of what is happening. And even, guess what? Even the government listens to you, you know, because they listen to the show. And when you inform the public of the government's inadequacies, they try to make amends in the next 24 hours. Let them fix the road, them fix the patrol, they do this, they do that, because they've been listening to your show. So I really want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. My mother died in March, and even when she was in rehab, we would listen to Tell Me when I'm in Washington, and she would listen and she would say, that boy for Martin Powell have a very hot mouth because she can recognize your voice regardless of where she is. Now I'm going to have a little sad note. The only regret I have tonight, and I thought about it, is that my good friend, your good friend, Benilda Griffin, is not alive to hear this. Because she has contributed so much to Tell Me with her creative editorial skills. May she rest in peace. But I really wished that she, knowing that there was going to be a 1,000 show, that she would have been alive to celebrate it. That's my only regret tonight. So I must say thank you and congratulations on your 1,000th show.
Thank you very
Good
much,
night.
Carla. Yeah, 1,000 is not a little bit of shows. I remember in the early days when we started using clips, we actually, I had to turn to Benilda. And Benilda, I would send her the story and you had to give her precise cuts and so on. But Benilda was such a character that if she didn't like the clip, the portion that I wanted, she would send me two. She would send me the one that I said that I want, and then she would send me another one and say, that is what you want, but that is not telling the whole story, so use this one. And I never argued with her. I always, if the piece that I wanted was 30 seconds, and she said, listen, I don't like that. You're going to use this piece, which is 19 seconds. I didn't argue. Benilda was that kind of person. And one thing I would tell you about Benilda, Benilda had a lot of husbands.
I was one.
I was one of her husbands. She had a husband for everything she wanted done. You know. But she was quite a very good character. Love her to bits. I was hoping that she would hold on until I get back. But at the top of the hour, 8 o'clock, we just started to talk tonight. We haven't gone through.
Probably go over quickly.
It's not going to be quick, Sean,
Okay.
because it's
$10.
30 something. It's $10 for the tickets.
Okay.
And I must tell you that I just went outside a little while ago to talk to Inkla and Carlin, and we're running out of tickets.
Okay.
We had run out of the initial batch. We printed another 250 tickets.
Okay.
And I just went outside there because a friend of mine wanted 3 books. So I went out to put in the order. And they are now going through the unsold ones to get single tickets to make up. The response has been tremendous.
Yeah, people are
are in
messaging me
support.
asking me.
Yeah.
So $10.
So, yeah, it's $10 for each ticket. Call Inkla.
Okay.
And Inkla and Carlin will see what is available.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. People are listening silently. Then they're not gonna call on the radio. They're not gonna, come out, but they're listening silently.
I think I see Papa. Papa reads. That means food is here. And I'm told Sister C is on her way with food too. So let we go through very quickly the list. We have one 2-burner cast iron gas stove, 1 2-burner electric stove, 1 rice cooker, 1 stainless steel 5.5 quart pot, 1 frying pan, 1 Bath and Body Works 1,000 Wishes set, 1 Victoria's Secret Pure Seduction Bath and Body set. We have 1 Fire Stick for those of you who like to watch TV, 1 pair of sunglasses. We have 2 Echo Pops with Alexa, 1 electric kettle, 1 electric iron, 1 7-piece pot set, 1 Galaxy tablet, and something tells me that we are missing another Galaxy tablet. I think it's 2 we had donated. We have 1 Lenovo laptop, 1 3-quart soup pot, lunch for 2 by Lime Beach Bar, breakfast for 2 by Papa's Grill. We have a backpack with external charging port, and we are throwing in a power bank with that. Then we have a separate power bank. We have 2 sets of wireless earpods. We'll draw them separately. There is a smartwatch. We have portable rechargeable smoothie blender. We have a sterling silver handmade pair of earrings, a antique copper handmade pair of earrings, a slow cooker, 1 ceiling fan with remote control. We have 2 chargers, phone or computer, whatever chargers. We have an active body gym in your pocket. That is how it is described. We have a phone stand. We have a curtain tie back. We have a 1-year TV service. And we have a 10-watt LED job site speaker that goes down to 35 prices. And all of them good. So this evening, just for a $10 chance, we are giving away a couple of $1,000 worth of stuff to celebrate Tell Me reaching 1,000 shows. Gentlemen, I was on the verge of telling you that back in the day in 1990, in 2005, heading up to 2006, I did 2 shows. There was a show on Wednesday which we call Political Vibes, and then there was Tell Me on a Thursday. We started with an hour, then moved up to 2 hours. Something that stands out in my mind, I remember that just before the election of 2006, I got a call on the Wednesday night when I was doing Political Vibes. The call came in at about 9:50. We didn't have caller ID. I answered the phone and it was Sir Simeon Daniel. And he was very upset because he said that he had called the other station and they cut him off. So he spoke, and then I said to him, listen, I'm going to let you speak, but we normally finish at 10 o'clock. I would love to do an interview with you. And he said, well, I'm not too sure about that. We'll see, you know. And I can't remember if it was actually on the Tell Me Day, but we were at TBN preparing promotional material for the show, for the election. And I got a call. I think I just went on the air to play some ads or something, and I got a call. It might have been from Ali too, and Ali said, Dr. Daniel is on the phone. He wants to do an interview. So I was inside the studio. I grabbed the phone and I said, good afternoon, sir, how are you? And he said, I'm ready to talk. And this was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Tell Me comes on in the night. This was 4 o'clock in the afternoon, prime time, people finishing work. And I said to him, Dr. Daniel, please give me a chance. Let me run back out to the vehicle because I have a list of questions that I want to ask you. And he said, if you leave, I'm going to hang up the phone. Just like that. If you leave, I'm going to hang up the phone because I'm ready to talk to you now. And so I said to him, I can't take that chance. Let's go. Let's talk. Let's do the interview. Let me play you a portion of what came out of that interview. I'm not going to play the questions with the dialogue between him and I, but I just want to let you know some of the things that Dr. Daniel said when he called the station that afternoon.
For the average Nivision, who 1970 is a long way away for the youngsters, can you just indicate to them what life was like back then in terms of the utilities, electricity, water, the roads, and what NRP had to fight for and establish in the early days?
I think the best way to go about that is to let me repeat my official exit speech from active politics.
Sure, go right ahead.
In June. Greetings, fellow Nivisions. This is the voice of the Nevis Reformation Party, through me, who has the honor and privilege of addressing you through the kind courtesy of One Radio. There are so many false rumors in circulation that it is virtually important for us as a party recently out of government to set the record straight. As you are aware, elections to the Nevis Island Assembly took place on Monday, June 1st, and our party and government lost 3 seats to 2. This is what democracy is all about. And of course, we abide by the results. The people have opted for a change of government, and that is their right in a democratic society. Superimposed on this election defeat was the sudden and tragic passing of the late Deputy Governor General Mr. Weston Paris, MBE, and we join with all the people of the Federation in mourning the loss of one who was uniquely blessed, a son of the soil with unusual and multifaceted talents. He lives in our hearts. Now that the noise and tumult have died down somewhat, it is time for us as a party and as a people to get our thoughts together and consider seriously the past, the present, and the future. Where do we go from here? For life must go on, and together we must achieve our stated triple goals of peace, progress, and prosperity. We tender sincere thanks to those who have supported us in the past and who voted for our candidates at the recent election. Because of this, we polled more votes than the opposition. We congratulate the Concerned Citizens Movement on their victory at the polls, and in particular, their three successful candidates. Although we are no longer in government, we shall still keep a close watch on the way in which the country is being run. It is our duty, even though now in opposition, not merely for the sake of opposition, but with the welfare of all our people in mind. It is important to remind listeners that although our party has been in existence for almost 22 years, we have only been in government for 12 years, from the 12th of January 1980. It was only 9 years ago that we achieved actual self-government for Nevis. That is in 1983. And we were in a position to make and carry out plans for our beloved homeland, Nevis. Our record speaks for itself. It is a record of which we can be proud. Some of our record achievements over the years are as follows. In telephone, there are now over 2,000 lines. In cable TV, there are some 1,500 connections all around the island. Up to 1980, it was an offense to have a television in your home. And we brought the first cable TV company here in Nevis. In tourism, the number of rooms have doubled and some 600 new jobs have been created. The Housing and Land Development Corporation has developed lands at Hard Times, Fothergills, Prospect, Potworks, and some 600 Division families have already purchased their lots. In agriculture, New River, Cades Bay, and Nisbet Estate have been developed, and we are now able to supply most of the hotels with their produce. I'm talking about 1992. In recreational facilities, cricket fields have been improved at Charlestown and Cotton Ground. Also, new ones were built in Brown Hill, Jessops, and Fountain. Basketball and netball courts have been constructed in Cotton Ground, Brown Hill, Old Manor, Bricklin, Bath Village, and Barnesgate. And lands have already been acquired at Hickman's, Hanley's Road, and Jessops for the construction of new courts. In education, there is free education for all. A new multi-purpose training center has been recently opened. A sixth form college has been provided. All the primary schools, with the exception of Combermere, are government-owned and equipped with modern facilities. There are preschool training centers all over the island. Some are owned by government and some privately owned. However, all are supervised by the Ministry of Education. Adult education programs have been started all over the island. 6, the level of teacher training has been unprecedented in the history of Nevis. In October 17, that is last year, 17 students graduated with AA degrees from Miami-Dade Community College at a cost of $250,000 to government. And this was to provide qualified workers at the Four Seasons Hotel. Last month, 21 teachers graduated with Bachelor of Science degrees in Education from the University of Miami at a cost of $600,000 to government. These persons are being paid at the appropriate scale with no demand to pay back government any money. There are some 21 divisions abroad in universities and other educational institutions studying various subjects. During the period under review, over 20 students have completed their courses of study and are back here at work. Much noise is being made over small grants made to certain needy people, victims of hurricane who were overlooked, but whose names were verified by the Community Affairs Development to assist in getting them sheltered from rain and keeping the cold winds out of their humble homes. We get praise for helping the educated and those who are not too badly off, but we get blamed for helping the poor and the needy. In the field of infrastructural development, our record is unbelievably impressive. In 1981, a 720 kilowatt generator was bought. Between 1983 to 1987, two 920 kilowatt generators were bought. In 1988, a 2 megawatt generator was purchased for $3 million. In 1992, another 2 megawatt generator was purchased. Both of these 2 megawatt generators have been acquired on a higher purchase basis. Funds to the tune of $1 million have already been secured for the expansion of upgrading of the outside plant and electricity lines. Our water development program has the staggering record of providing the following villages with a 24-hour supply: Brownhill, Bath Village, Hanley's Road, Bricklin, Butlers, Newcastle, Barnaby, Cotton Ground, Jessops, Barnesgut, Fountain, and Westbury. New water mains have been provided in Charlestown. New reservoirs were built at Rollins, Hamilton, Brown Pasture, Mount Lily, Fothergills, and Jessops. In 1992, work has already started on providing water to the remaining villages of Cox, Beaumont, and Pond Hill. When these are completed, every village in Nevis will have a 24-hour-a-day water supply. In roads, funds have been already negotiated for the revamping of the Nevis Island Main Road from the Caribbean Development Bank. Other roads have been repaired and constructed all over the island, too numerous to mention. I'll repeat that paragraph. In roads, funds have already negotiated for the revamping of the Nevis Island Main Road from the Caribbean Development Bank. Other roads have been repaired and constructed all over the island, too numerous to mention. In seaport development, funds for the study of the seaport were secured by us from the Caribbean Development Bank. Work is already in progress. The airport, I am obliged to emphasize the Newcastle Airport project, and that project has been approved contrary to statements made otherwise. We had lengthy discussions with the European Development Fund representatives. We have discussed 4 options and chose the first one, which was the expansion of the runway in the direction of Newcastle Village. Let me state that the European Development Fund was prepared to accept no other option and advised us that in no way would they be involved in the demolition of Hurricane Hill. The funds to construct the runway are available, and this is known at federal as well as Nevis level. The danger is, if the project is not pursued immediately, the funds would be transferred to another island in the Caribbean. In the private sector, Nevis was established as a financial center by enacting the Navis Business Corporation Ordinance in 1984. Morningstar Holdings Limited commenced operations, and we are indebted to Morningstar Holdings for their contribution in helping to establish Navis as a financial center. In 1985, 9 persons along with myself established the Bank of Navis Limited, an institution which revolutionized banking practices in Navis. Today, the bank is one of the leading financial institutions in the Federation. The Four Seasons Resort, the only 5-star hotel in the Caribbean, with a Trent Jones Championship golf course, was opened, employing over 600 persons. Navis, which had one of the largest unemployment rates in the Caribbean, became an importer of labor. All of the small inns of Navis expanded their operations. The Caribbean Cove and Botanical Gardens were established. The Mount Nevis Hotel and Estates was opened. The Grace University Medical Institution was opened. The Nevis Philatelic Bureau was established, and the Bath Hotel was purchased by the first deposit made by the Nevis Philatelic Bureau. A contract was signed, and a deposit was made towards the purchase of Penny's estate. Let me repeat that. A contract was signed, and a deposit was made towards the purchase of Penny's estate. You will hear how much we had to pay then. Delta Petroleum Limited established a plant in Nevis. I appeal to one and all to let good sense prevail. The election is over, so let us get our airport expanded. We cannot continue to find scapegoats and blame others when we make mistakes. Now is the time to face reality. Now is the time to put aside partisan politics and behave like true citizens of our country. On a personal note, I beg to announce that I have decided to step down as party leader, a post I have held for the past 22 years. The Honorable Joseph Perry has been elected to serve as interim party leader until there is a formal election at our party convention. I feel certain that all our party supporters and well-wishers will rally around our new party leader, congratulate him, and respect his considerable personality and political ability. And above all, continue to support our party. My party, the Nevis Reformation Party, which has literally brought Nevis out of darkness into glorious light. May God continue to bless us as we put our hands and our lives into his gracious keeping with full assurance that he sees all, he knows all, and provides for all of us, his children. Thank you.
That's the voice of the late Dr. Sir Simeon Daniel, putting on record the achievements of the NRP under his watch. We're going to be back right after this. We still have a few moments left with Sean.
Tell me what you want, please. Tell me what you need. Tell me if I'm good enough for you, good enough for you, Tell me what you want, please. Tell me what you need. Tell me if I'm good enough for you, good enough for you, Tell me what you want, please. Tell me what you need. Tell me if I'm good enough for you, good enough for you, baby, Tell me what you want, please. Tell me what you need. Tell me if I'm good enough for you, good enough for you, But girl, tell me what you want, please. Tell me what you need. Tell me if I'm good enough for you, good enough for you, Tell me what you want, please. Tell me what you need. Tell me if I'm good enough for you, good enough for you,
Okay, welcome back to Tell Me. And we're live in the studio. We have Sean Springate with us. And you remember that Sean is one of those persons who hosted on Tell Me for quite a long period of time. You must feel a sense of pride when you listen to Dr. Daniel recounting the service that NRP gave to Nevis and reflecting on some persons who still were able to fool people and say that Dr. Daniel didn't do anything.
You know, when the 4 seasons started, you know, I think I was probably like in second farm, first farm, something like that. And I could recall my mom talking about this transformation that was taking place. You would see or you would hear vehicles moving like at 4 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, people walking. That time I was living in Brownhill. And we ain't got the kind of buses like what we had then. And you hearing people walking towards Big Pot. If you're from Brownhill, you know where that is. These are people who were heading to work. Back in the days, it was the fishermen, you would hear them kind of things.
Construction guys.
Yeah, but you heard people heading to work. And that was the transformation of the country. And listening to this clip, when Dr. Daniel said that we had such a high unemployment rate, that was reversed. The trend went the other direction after 4 seasons came. I mean, we have to give kudos where it's supposed to go. The other thing was with the airport expansion. And of course, this is dear to me. And to listen to hear him say that, you know, it was either we do it this way or we lose everything. That I didn't know. But look at where we come from. I joke one time with one of the guys up in the tower. And Mr. Paul, you would remember. You remember when they were doing the airport expansion, when the pilots actually had to taxi on the grass because the runway was so short.
Absolutely.
To get the extra length where the road goes down by drift. The runway wasn't down there. So the guys had to taxi on the grass, probably like an extra 500 feet, and turn around.
You're serious?
Yeah.
And start the takeoff.
And start the takeoff on the grass. When you get to the asphalt, you pull the nose up to get the wheel so that you don't break off the wheel. But you have to try and get every little bit. That is the history of the party. That is the history of where we came from. And sometimes people want to pretend like as if like Nevis only started a few years ago. We have to give kudos where it is due. There are a lot of people who didn't have homes. Under the Nevis Reformation Party, they were able to own their own homes. All land. And I always say my mother's and Nevisians are they have a lot of pride. When you work in there and you were able to get your own house. Not no house and no 4 stones. People were actually getting their own concrete homes on land. This is where we came from. I mean, like I said, I was in second farm, first farm, but I was young enough to remember the stories of where we transformed, how we were able to get where we are today. Moving away from the 2-strip roads, where if you drift over a little bit, your vehicle gone off. We move away from that. We have come a long way, and we should be proud of where we came from. And that is why I started talking about the history of the country and the history of the party and the significance of this radio show. Because we came here every Thursday, not only to lambast, because when we were starting, we almost came into, we were just about coming into office. So we were able to talk about the history of the country and be proud of who we are, be proud of being Nevisians. Not Kittitians and Nevisians, being proud of Nevisians. We need to always remember these stories.
It's 4 minutes before 8 o'clock. We'd just be getting started on a normal Tell Me Thursday. But this is not a normal Thursday. This is our show number 1000. And so we are celebrating with 4 hours. And before we go any further, Sean, my mother's first daughter says, I should please tell my cousin Sean that he looks very fit and handsome. So proud of him, he makes his mom proud. That's coming from Mary.
Hello, Mary.
Yeah. You know, Boy Nevis is a strange place, Dr. Daly. You got to be careful what you say about people. You know, because as a little boy growing up, my grandmother always used to tell me, have manners. And when you pass Mary Sadler, make sure that you have more manners, because it's your family. Mary Sadler is Sean's grandmother. You know, so she told me years back, Sean, Miss Springate, all of them are your family.
Well, she
so got
taught
manners.
She taught me in school, and up to this day, I still call her Miss Sadler. And I used to, you know, try to apologize. She said, no, it's fine. To you, I'm Miss Sadler. I'm still Miss Sadler. And so she was a wonderful, caring person. And, you know, I always will remember her, great respect for her. She, you know, the way she carried herself, such distinction and proud, you know, and such pride. It was remarkable. You know, I remember that smile. She'd come into the classroom and she would smile. Don't be fooled with that smile. Believe me, do not be fooled. She was not one to play with, but she was the most generous person, the most, you know, forgiving person when she chose to be. And, you know, she was just a loving person to me. I guess because she knew my mother very well. She took extra care with me and my brothers. And so I do thank her for that. For reaching out and making sure that we're all right.
And we want to reach out. Remember that Tell Me is sponsored by Kangen Water and by Pico. So let's make sure that we are friends with Pico by doing this.
Pico, the way to go for residential, commercial, and industrial wiring, data, security, UPS, and generator installation. When you need electrical work done now, done right, done at an affordable price, contact Penny's Electrical Company. Call or WhatsApp 665-1916 or email pico_1166@yahoo.com. Pico, the way to go.
Welcome back to Tell Me. And, you know, just walking into the studio here is a certain lady named Sister C. And she pretending like she don't know radio and she's shy and all kind of thing. I'm not having none of that. Good night, Sister C.
I
How
am
you
shy.
doing?
On a Thursday night, I am shy. Oh my gosh, I'm shy on a Thursday night. I'm not just shy, I'm tired. I am tired.
It's not a normal
today?
Thursday. This
Oh
is
my
show number
gosh.
1000, so you can't be too tired to say hello.
But you're gonna be tired after doing 999 shows?
I tell you, 1000 tonight.
Yeah. So after doing 999, you're on the 1000 mark, so you gotta be tired. No?
No, not at all. You're ready to go another 1000.
Sean, you ready?
I'm ready.
Daly, you ready?
I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay. Well, everybody ready. So me ready too.
Okay,
Me
good.
not come last at all.
No. That's Sister C, and she brought food.
Oh, yeah. Rhonda said just say good night to she and then she go and sleep.
Okay. Don't say good night.
So
then.
don't say good night
No,
yet.
no. Don't say good night to Rhonda.
Rhonda, I'll say good night at midnight.
Okay, good. Well, thank you very much, Sister C.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you. I'm heading back down because tomorrow is another busy day for me. So, I gotta go home and prep now.
And thank you very much for the food.
Oh, no
When
problem.
we get a chance, we'll eat.
You'll eat.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't let them make you talk so much that you can't eat.
Exactly.
And I ain't only see my food out there. I see a big pot of something out there.
Man, a big pot of chicken soup out there. Yeah. And me and Daly fighting over the patty.
I like you tell.
Yeah, me and he fighting over who will take home. Yeah.
And they say if you don't return the patty, mean that you ain't want nothing else, eh?
Well, I got storage.
So, make
I
sure
got
you
storage.
return the pot.
That's what I tell you. I'm going to store the food and return the pot. Thank you very much, Sister C.
Good night, guys. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Yeah. And it's 8 o'clock. So, Dr. Daly, we can do what we normally do on a Thursday night. And start this section of the show how we normally start. Tell me, how is it I didn't bring across that I'm getting back? Yeah. I don't know. Sean says 7 to 8. He might give us a few more minutes. Let me say good night to everybody out there who are tuned in, listening for your regular Tell Me. And I'm going to start by hoping that those people who are down in Florida, that they are doing good, that they escaped the worst of the storm down there, which passed through last evening, and some of it today. I asked the people in Florida to check in. Nobody has checked in to say that they suffered adversely from the storm. And so, only who?
Loretta.
Why are you not getting you?
I don't know. I'm hearing an echo. Yeah,
okay, I got you now.
Yeah, Loretta said she lost a very important papaya tree.
Oh.
So, my sympathies to Loretta down there in Florida. The papaya tree blood down, and she is mourning, and will have a burial ceremony for papaya
Oh Lord.
tree.
That was the real tree.
The real tree.
Okay.
Not the watered down version.
No, the real home tree. I think she smuggled some seeds, some craddock road or something. And so she been mourning this poor loss of this tree. And the papaya tree had about two funky little papaya tree.
Yeah.
But
she's still balling.
But it's still local.
Yeah. Okay, apart from that, let me just reach out and say good evening to my sister Mary. She had a nice little birthday party in New York last week, which I'm so happy that I attended. And Mary looked young like a spring chicken. Mary, good night to you and your family. Janet, your daughter, and your husband John, they did extremely well in putting on that party, and I'm happy that I attended. And so many people there loving you off. My sister Glenda is back down in the Virgin Islands. My sister Morvet, I don't know if it's my alarm woke her up this morning or her alarm woke me up this morning, but she managed to get me out of a house in 40-something degree weather. It was cold. But Merv, I always enjoy spending time with you, and I was able to spend some time with her up there in New York. And then my brother Everett down in Tortola, my brother Trevor here. I had Trevor here doing all my work for me for a little while, and I am so grateful. Good evening to all of you and your families, and I hope that you continue to do well and enjoy the rest of the show this evening. Dr. Daly?
Yeah, let me say good evening to my brother here down there in St. Croix, my brother Denny up in New York with his wife Trilla, my brother Steve in California, my brother Carl in Atlanta, my two sisters, Evan and Judith up there in Connecticut, and my brother right here on Nevis, Reverend Othniel Daly, who prays for me daily. So,
pray without ceasing.
Yes. So that's it for me. And of course, before I forget, my boys over in St. James, of course, Bose and Gary and Turkey, and my buddy up there in Westbury, Max. That's my crew.
Okay, and Sean, I'm sure you have people to reach out and say greetings to.
Well, I think Mr. Paul, you know me better than that. I don't really call names, but Aiden is home waiting for me, and he's listening. I'm sure that he's watching, and he's saying, "Daddy." So
you gotta go.
But you know who I want to say hello to? Tulu.
Yes.
Tulu has been a part of our lives, and he has been a good right hand and a good left hand, depends on where he sits in the studio. But I want to say good night. He has been a very strong force. Don't forget Llewellyn, and I would part with these words: 1,000 more.
Yes.
1,000 more.
Here's to 1,000 more.
1,000 more. So, gentlemen, thanks for allowing me to come here again. And tomorrow is another day for me, so I will escape while you guys continue, and I will listen. And for those who are listening, as I used to say, keep your eyes on the road, your hands on the wheel, and your ears right here.
Okay.
To Vision 2020.
Thank you very much, Sean. Food outside, so make sure that if you want some food, you get some food.
All right.
Thank you very
Have
much.
a good night. All right.
Let's look at the birthday list and see who are the persons who are celebrating. Dr. Grenville Libert is celebrating today.
Happy birthday to my father, celebrating birthday tomorrow, his 90th birthday.
That's Sister C. All the noise you hear there is Sister C saying that we must say happy birthday to Jogo, her father, who is celebrating 90 tomorrow. Man, Sister C, you should have told us that we would have done got some big drum lineup. Jogo is our foremost kettle drummer here in Nevis. And so we want to reach out to you, Jogo. Advance birthday greetings to you when it comes around tomorrow. So today is Dr. Grenville Liebert, and today is also Neville Claxton over there in Bath. We also have today Dr. Aldane Charles, who is celebrating. He's in Barbados. On the 11th, we have Muriel Saint Jean and Armin Farrell. On the 12th, Valerie is celebrating. And then on the 14th, my good friend Eudora down there in Bermuda, Eudora Brown Lister. Eudora is Rhonda and Ruthlyn's sister. She's down there in Tortola. And Orville, Mr. Orville Cornelius over there in Jessup, so I call Daddy. He's celebrating on the 15th, Tuesday the 15th. So we want to reach out to all of those persons and anybody else who is celebrating and say happy birthday, happy advance birthday, whatever it is to you. Those are who I have. I was trying to squeeze in this so that we could get Sean before he left to sing, but Sean gone.
I see one here from Ivor saying today is Gerald Brown.
Okay. Yeah, so we want to add Gerald Brown to the list.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, the birthday song.
All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And as usual from us in the studio, may you live to be 101 and us 101 minus a day, so we don't have to see you go. May God continue to bless you with good health, strength, and of course, wealth. Okay.
My good cousin Tanya, I hope you're seeing something on your screen now, because we should be good. We do have something on the screen. Maybe you were not seeing it. Okay. Yes, somebody else saying it, that it's back. Then we have to reach out to Hastings Daniel and his family. Hastings lost his wife, and I understand that the funeral is going to be on the 19th, which is not this week Saturday, but next week Saturday. And we'll get the details for you. I'm sure that Hensley will have those details when he come on target on Saturday coming. But reaching out to Hastings is somebody who I like to engage in conversations and like to learn from. And his family is a close-knit family. His brother Theodore and I went to school together. And his sons, his grandsons, the three of them play cricket. And so we know them. And they're good people. So we want to reach out to Hastings and, wrap him and his son Ron and the entire Daniel family with love and support and wish them well. And then we already mentioned Benilda, such a lovely soul. Benilda, as the rest of the Griffin family, could see humor in anything. You could be serious as a judge, and Benilda find a reason to laugh. So I knew her that way, but I also knew her as a seriously hard-working person. In that, I remember when we decided to do major changes to the NRP Constitution for the first time in many years. When we had finished doing the changes, we had the job then of printing the booklet. And we didn't have any money to go to formal official printers. So I found myself over Butler's there with Benilda. And Benilda entertained me and engaged me for weeks formatting the booklet, because it might look simple in terms of this is what the changes are, now we ready to print it in book form. Benilda say, not like that. First of all, you have 20 different fonts, and we're going to make this one font, because you're not going to tell anybody it's Benilda do it. Okay? And so we had to go through. I thought I went on a little minor excursion, and Benilda took her time and went through word by word, punctuation mark by punctuation mark, number by number, to make sure that she got it right. So I always appreciated the fact that she took out time to do that. And then anytime I had a problem and I said, Benilda, we having a function, we need some invitations. I don't know if Benilda ever remember to tell me Andy Billy's. What I used to do is buy ink. Say I'm going to buy the ink and I'm going to bring some paper, And she didn't remember to charge me for her services. Always appreciated that. And I told her when she was alive. I let her know how much I appreciated her. And so.
Yeah, I remember she used to, if she found a show particularly appealing, she would call me on a Sunday. She says to me, my 18th husband, and every time she called me, it's a different number husband she called me. Sometimes I'm the 20th husband, sometimes I'm the 3rd husband. But she would say, my whatever husband, I was listening to you today and Sunday. And she said, Lord mercy, you don't got no style. You don't got no back door, you don't got no filter. And she would bust out laugh. She was such a person that, you learn so much from, she was just a godsend in my view. And every time I missed a call, I'd make sure I call her back because it's always something complimenting she would have to say. Nothing ever, disparaging or kind of put you down kind of way. She's always encouraging, always faithful to the programs, always faithful to her friends in NRP. Of course, I visited her many times. She'll call me and say there are monkeys killing her over there, and so we'll rush over during my time at agriculture to deal with monkeys over there for her. And she always have something of course to drink or something to eat. She's always a beautiful person, so she's one that is really missed.
Definitely. I remember calling Benilda to say, Benilda, I'm on my way. I'm going to be with you in about 15 minutes. And when I turned up and I went to the door and I called Benilda, Benilda would answer, Benilda not home. Benilda not home. You come in to harass Benilda, she is not home. But Phineas' daughter home, so... So come, let's do some work. I'm definitely going to miss her. She lived life to the fullest. The funeral service for Mova is on the 19th, and it's 10 o'clock in the morning. Viewing will start at 9, and this is in Gingerland, Wesley and Holiness, of course. Let's go to the phone lines and say good evening, caller.
Hi, good evening. I just want to say sympathy greetings going out to Belinda's daughter and to the Griffin family. I got a lot of memory, about Belinda and I. We get along very good. Fancy lady, friendly lady, jokey lady. So, she's going to be really missed when she daughter meet me at Rams and tell me she's, very low. It just give me a down feeling, So I just want to say to her daughter, just be strong. And, we have your back, we have your shoulder, we have our shoulder for you to lean on. And to Mr. Daniel and Purin, my sympathy, greetings going out to them. Just want them to be strong. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Let's stay on the phone lines. We have a call from the Virgin Islands. Good evening, caller.
Hello, good evening and good night to everyone.
Good night.
A special good night to Sister C. Doing a wonderful job. Make sure that as you talk, that you eat and be filled. I want to say congratulations as well to 2020 Vision Radio with such great achievement and accomplishment and
1,000 shows tonight for Tell Me.
Yes, 1,000 shows for Tell Me. And I'm a very good constant listener of Tell Me. I just want to wish you all the best and God's guidance and blessing and protection as you continue to do the good fight of faith. Okay, you take care, Virgin Islands. Sister C, good night. You know who?
Thank you very much,
Thank you
caller.
very much.
Okay, the funeral service for Benilda. We got the best listeners in the world. We just got the information here. Thursday, October 17th. And this is at 3 p.m. Viewing is at 2:30 p.m.
What church?
And it's at the Manning Seventh-day Adventist Church. Seventh-day Adventist in Butlers. You know, we say Butlers. Properly, it's Manning Seventh-day Adventist Church, and it's Thursday next week. So we want you to put that on your calendar and make sure that you come on out and share some love with the family. Okay, we're still waiting the ladies outside. We are not going to start drawing anything until all of the tickets are in the drum, because we want to make sure that everybody has an equal chance to win. And so when they give us the signal that all of the stubs are in the drum, then we can start the draw. Good evening, caller.
Yeah, good evening, Carlisle, and good evening to you, Daily.
Good night.
And congratulations on your 1000th show. And I'm just feeling a bit sad, and basically because of, you know, the passing of Benilda, and I want to say condolences to her family. And I want everybody to know, I mean, y'all have said it before, but Benilda has helped a lot when it comes to not just Tell Me, but also the radio station. She has done a lot of work. She assisted me with the website and all. Anything, even the other shows and stuff like that, some of those graphics, Benilda is the one who did them. And I mean, you know, like when Benilda did something like that, she would like, well, ask for you. I mean, what. Tell me how much you're going to pay me yet, or whatever. So me going to say, well, the same price I paid you the last time. And that was zero. And Benilda has helped a lot, and definitely she will be sorely missed. And I just want to, let her family know that we're going to have them in our prayers. And, Benilda is not going to be easily replaceable at all. And she's very dear to us, and 2020 Vision, and to Tell Me, and all the other shows. Just a couple of things though. I just wanted you guys to recognize that I don't know if you guys remember, Tell Me was the first talk show that ever took to Facebook, in the Federation. I don't know if you guys remember that. But Tell Me actually was that show that set the trend for video going to social media and so on. That was back when it was at Choice. And that was the first time that any talk show actually went on video, on social media, on a platform such as Facebook. It's after that everybody has started doing YouTube and Facebook and all of those things. And I don't know if you guys recognize that even today, Tell Me is one of those shows that actually sets trends. Carla, you have been able to host Tell Me from abroad, from the U.S.
Correct.
I don't see any other talk show where the host can actually stay anywhere in the world and host a show live on any social media platform and stuff like that. So I just want you guys to big up yourself. Tell Me has set trends. Tell Me is one of the more progressive shows, and actually when we did a polling and we looked at the numbers and stuff, Tell Me was actually one of the most popular talk shows in the Federation. And that's quite an accomplishment, because there are lots of talk shows. Everybody have a talk show, okay? Everybody and their grandmother go on Facebook, they go on YouTube, they go wherever, and they have a talk show. But Tell Me has been one of the more outstanding shows. And I just want to say that, Tell Me, it's like programs like Tell Me and those programs that we encourage are very important, extremely important to a democracy. And we know that free speech is actually a pillar of a democratic country. You cannot have a democracy without free speech. And free speech, I'm going to define that, because it's not just loose talk and maligning and cussing and all that kind of thing. Free speech I'm talking about is actually bringing facts and truth and revelation to the public and allowing people to actually interact with the show, the host and stuff like that, and say what's on their mind and so on. And Tell Me does that. And of course, 2020 is able to facilitate those kind of shows. And the thing is, I do not want people to get this mixed up. 2020 Vision Radio is a community radio station. It's a station for everybody. If some other political party wanted to host a show on 2020, they would be accommodated, definitely. But I'm just saying that 2020, the Tell Me show, is one of the better ones out there. And just congratulations again, and condolences to Benilda's family, and I wish you guys all the best, and just keep it up. All right.
Thank you very much, caller.
Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. Tell me if I'm good enough for you, good enough for you, Tell me what you want. Please tell me what you need. Tell me if I'm good enough for you, good enough for you, Tell me what you want. Please tell me what you need. Tell me if I'm good enough for you, good enough for you, baby. Tell me.
Thank you very much, Beanie Man. Good evening, caller. How are you doing? Hello, caller. Thank you very much, Beanie Man. Good evening, caller. How are you doing? Okay, there is somebody on the line, but they're probably listening to their device and not listening to us. Good evening, caller. Okay, they're going to call us back. I'm getting very excited about the draw. I'm looking across and to my left, trying to see when the ladies are going to signal that they are ready for me. Good evening, caller.
Good night.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. This is Tell Me.
Yes, it is. Tell me.
Yes, I'm calling from St. Kitts, right? I'm calling from St. Kitts. I live virtuals, but I just listen to this show, and this show is a really, really nice show. And I just want to commend you guys that what you're doing from informing and bringing information and enlighten people and bringing light and clarity. So I just want to thank you guys, Kelvin Daly, and you guys, that keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. God bless.
Caller, we want to thank you very much and continue listening. Let's cross over and take another call. Good evening, caller.
Yes, first let me say congratulations. 90 days and 6 months, if you're going to calculate 61 weeks to the year. So, if my math is correct, it's 19 years and 6 months.
It's a long time.
That's a long time. But let me say congratulations again to Donna B, who just had a birthday on the 7th, because she was the one who hooked me on to this Tell Me program, especially about a year after, when she said, there's another program, and no, it's not Tell Me. It is the sequel to the night before. So, you understand how hot it got after that Wednesday night show started. So I have to say, thank you, Don. You missed something on here, Carlisle, and you would have wanted to see it. Because Mr. Pemberton said, tonight, during the singing, you sounded better than Mr.
I like Sylvester. I like him. That's my partner.
Yes. I just thought I'd get this in there too. And for those detractors, those who said there's a clock and you have to go under, I would like to send a message, let them know as you said, there is talk shows, and then there is Tell Me.
Yes, definitely.
Right. So, still standing, going strong. Another 19 years and 6 months, gonna make it 2000. So, let's keep moving. Good night.
Thank you very much, caller. We're going to stay with the phone lines. And the ladies signal me that they are ready for the draw. So we're going to start drawing the prices in just a little while. Good evening, caller.
Good evening. This is Floris, and I
Floris,
want to congratulate
it's good to hear you.
Tell Me, and especially your caller. As this year make 10 years since my house was burned.
Wow, time
I
flies.
remember when I came in off the ship, and I showed up at the Warner, Susie and Dexter. They say, I got your back. Never forget. I went over to Chilston apartment because he was in the air by myself. And you said, I am going to host this show for Flores. And I want to make X amount of dollars. And everybody started calling in. And thank God I'm in my own home. God has been good to me. But God sent the right people in my life. Carla, you're one of them. I pray for you constantly because it was not only raising funds, you did other stuff, which I don't think I need to get into. But this Tell Me program, it has changed lives for the better. In spite of if you go down because of Tell Me, I came back up. I'm still here. And for those who are wondering what happened to me, my mother said nothing happened before your time. Good night, goodbye, and congratulations. And may God continue to bless you guys and you go from strength to strength with another 1,000 shows. God bless.
Thank you very much, Dr. Daly. The ladies said that they're ready. So we're going to bring the drum inside so that we can start the drawing. And maybe we can get one of the ladies to come in to actually help us in drawing. Let them be pulling out the stuff out the bag. And we have, listen, I tell you, I got some of the best people in the world. I sent the list to a very, very, very special person. And I got them organized into personal care, fashion, into houseware, into dining experience, and into tech. So we have all the prices now, and we are going to be getting ready to start drawing the prices. So Dr. Daly, you're going to bring in the drum?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we can get one of the ladies to come in to help us to do the draw as well. And we start giving away stuff tonight. Because this is what we're about. We're celebrating. And this is what we are celebrating.
Attention, radio listeners. It's time to give back and win big with 2020 Vision Radio's special fundraiser, Raffle for the Tell Me Show. For just $10 per ticket, you could be the lucky winner of some amazing prizes. We're talking a laptop, a Galaxy tablet, a Bluetooth job site speaker, and even a cast iron 2-burner stove. But that's not all. How about a 7-piece pot set, an Echo Pop, or an electric iron? And there are many more incredible prizes up for grabs. There are many prizes, so your chances to win are great. And every dollar goes to support 2020 Vision Radio, bringing you the best in radio entertainment and community engagement. The drawing takes place on October 10th. On the 1000th show of Tell Me, so don't miss your shot. Grab your tickets now by calling 869-762-6157 or reach out to any member of the 2020 Vision Radio team. It's fun, it's exciting, and it's all for a good cause. So what are you waiting for? Get your tickets today, support your favorite show, and get ready to win the Tell Me Show raffle. Support the show you love and take home something special. Call or WhatsApp 869-762-6157 now.
Thank you very much and welcome back. And boy, the soup smells so nice in my nose here. Boy, I think Papa teasing me.
I don't know if I can sit here much longer.
The boss say he ain't want to eat in the studio, but I'm hungry. Okay, let's go. Let's start with personal care items first. And because is Carlin, I want people to know that the earrings were handmade by her, and so I am giving her the opportunity to put her hand inside the barrel, give it a nice little roll, put your hand in the barrel, and you will take out something, and whatever you take out, this person will. Which earring we should go with first, the silver or the copper?
Copper.
We're going with the copper first. So somebody will win, and when I tell you they look nice, I mean they look nice. And somebody will win an antique copper handmade pair of earrings. With Dr. Daly spinning this so much that all the tickets can last. Whenever you're ready, just let Carlin take out a ticket, and whichever ticket comes out, just give me the name and the telephone number, and that person will win an antique pair of copper handmade earrings, specially made for you by Carlin Lawrence. And she's still twisting them around. Who is the first winner tonight?
Oh.
Max. Okay, that means that ticket was sold by Dr. Kelvin Daly.
Yeah, this is Max up in Westbury.
Yeah, Max, who you say good night to all every Thursday night.
So one winner is for me.
So this is Max.
But he has a wife, so she can wear the earrings.
Okay, so I have Max, and you give me Max's number as well.
I have it on my phone here. Hold on.
Okay. While you're waiting on that, let us pull one of those Bath and Body Works set. We have one here by Victoria's Secrets. So you can twist that, turn that, whatever you do, and then let us see who will win the Victoria's Secret set.
Okay. Max number, Carlisle, is 663-2166.
663-2166. Okay, we got Max. Let's go with Victoria. She got many secrets. Let's see who is going to win this. Still searching. Still, here comes a ticket out of the Julie Swanston. Julie Swanston. Julie just messaged me tonight to say that she want some tickets. So I have Julie's number. So I'm just going to highlight this in red. Julie Swanston, you don't win something. And she bought tickets, but she also donated a gift. So
this is Bath and Body.
Bath and Body. Yeah, I had made a note because I'm checking them here on my computer. Let's keep going. We have a pair of sunglasses because we got 32 gifts to go through tonight. A pair of sunglasses. And would you believe it? This one was donated by a friend of mine who is Jamaican.
Okay.
So our reach is far and wide. Jamaican American. One pair of sunglasses. Monica P. That's Monica Pemberton, Monica Pemberton.
766-8175.
Yeah, Monica gonna find me. One thing she gonna find me. Her husband called in the order this evening. So Errol, Monica done win something. A pair of sunglasses. I believe Errol might end up with those sunglasses because those look to me like men's sunglasses.
Okay.
Stay with this, and we have one Bath and Body Works 1,000 wishes set. So let us see who is going to win this. There's Carlin. Give it in a nice twist again.
Sylvester Pemberton.
Sylvester, and he always tune in, so not a soul gonna have to tell him that he win. Sylvester told me that he was going to make a contribution, but I still put his name in the box because he's a frequent listener and he should have the chance to win something. So, and I have his number as well. So let's finish out the personal care items and go to the pair of sterling silver handmade earrings. And yes, you're listening to Tell Me. We're celebrating 1,000 shows, and so we are giving back. We just ask people to give a little contribution of $10 per ticket, and every single price is worth much more than $10.
J.W. Parry.
J.W. Parry, Mr. Parry.
I sold that ticket too. That's two for me.
J.W. Parry has won himself a pair of sterling silver handmade earrings.
And I want to see him wear them. I want to see him wear them.
So, Mr. Parry, if you hear in Bo Daily suggesting that you bow your ears. Okay, so we have finished the personal care items. We have 5 winners there. Sylvester Pemberton winning one Bath and Body Works 1000 Wishes set. And the Victoria's Secret Pure Seduction set was won by Julie Swanston. 1 pair of sunglasses, Monica Pemberton. Sterling Silver handmade earrings, J.W. Parry, former premier. And Max winning the other pair. So we have finished the personal care items. And let me see. Let's go with we have lunch for 2 by Lime Beach Bar. And we have breakfast for 2 by Papa's Grill. Let's go with the lunch for 2 first by Lime Beach Bar.
Go ahead.
And see who is going to win this one. And we got lots of tickets inside there.
Deandra Webb.
Deandre
Webb.
Okay.
Deandra Webb.
D-I-O-N.
No, D-E-A-N. D-R-A. Deandra Webb.
I got a feeling that this is a Judy connection, you know. Give me the phone number.
661-6560.
6560.
Yeah, 661.
Deandra Webb, lunch for 2 by Lime Beach Bar. And we're going to get the voucher for that so that we are sure that you wouldn't have a problem when you go down by Randy. Breakfast for 2 by Papa's Grill. That's the next one up.
Okay.
Breakfast for 2 by Papa's Grill. There's a lot of prices, so we're going down fast.
Sorry. Imelda Stanley.
Imelda Stanley. I think
767-7895.
767
7895.
I believe I know the person who called in that order.
Yeah.
So that is breakfast for 2 by Papa's Grill. Imelda Stanley. I think his daughter called in the order. And they bought more than one ticket, so they have more than one chance to win.
Deandra Webb, I understand, is Cornelius Webb's daughter.
I suspect so.
Yeah.
Okay. We still got a lot more to go. Let's go with the we have some chargers, phone chargers and so on. So let's go with the 2 phone chargers.
Pull it off. There's some inside. It's stuck. Came out? No, it didn't come out.
No, it's still there. It's still there right up top. So
there's a loose tape in there. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. We have 2 phone chargers. Let's go with those.
Okay.
You're listening to Tell Me, show number 1000. We're going until 10 o'clock this evening. We have a lot of prices to go, so we're doing the draws now. 2 phone chargers.
Monique Smith.
Monique.
469-5206.
469-5206. Yeah. Got you, Monique Smith. The phone stand.
Okay.
We have a phone stand which we are now going down to. And the way how daily turning this, I ain't gonna get to me so tall. One phone stand.
Judy Webb.
Boy.
Judy Webb.
Listen, you buy tickets, you have a chance. So Judy Webb, and I have Judy's number, and I think Judy listening, so Judy will be able to get that.
Okay.
Let's go back up the list. We have here a portable rechargeable smoothie blender. portable rechargeable smoothie blender. Let us see if we can give away that now and see who will be able to win that. When you listen to Tell Me and you participate in the raffle, good things come your way. So
Chevron Lewis.
Chev, you won something.
How she got a ticket?
I don't know. Chev Lewis, you are the winner.
Her brother was here this evening.
Okay.
And I was coming in and he's going out and he said, let me touch you with my tickets. So I'm hoping.
Chev Lewis, you have won a portable rechargeable smoothie blender.
Okay.
We have a whole year of TV services.
Mm-hmm.
Let us see who is going to be the winner of that now.
Okay.
And we remind you that these gifts were donated. The only one that Tell Me had to make up was the laptop. We have a laptop here this evening that somebody is going to win. We didn't bother to bring all the prices up to the office because it would be a little bit cumbersome. This is for a 1 year TV services. So while you have a TV in your house, we're not giving you the TV. While you have a TV, you win. Somebody will come and set it up and sort it out for you.
Colleen Manners. 662-2990.
662-2990. Yeah. That's Colleen Manners. Echo Pop with Alexa.
Okay.
We have 2 of those, so you can do them back to back.
Go ahead.
Echo Pop with Alexa.
Push those down there. Yeah.
Echo Pop with Alexa coming up just now.
This can't be right. Giselle Skeet.
Giselle. Well, Giselle is a frequent listener. I have her number and she knows how to get in touch with me. So Giselle will tell me who will collect. Do the other Echo Pop with Alexa. But you see the good thing of our people who listen to this show often and who participated in the raffle are getting returns on the investment. So we're happy for that.
Tell me what you want, please. Tell me what you need. Tell me if I'm good enough.
Who wins the other one?
Gloria Wallace.
Gloria Wallace winning an Echo Pop with Alexa. What's her number?
665-5540.
665-5540.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're going to make sure that we print off these and we have them available in the studio so that the announcers could call them. Wireless earbuds, we have 2, so we can also pull them back to back. Instead of walking around with your hand, with your phone up to your ear, you can win wireless earbuds. So let's go with those and see who is the first winner. Daily laughing. You sound like it's you sell all the winning tickets.
Lindbergh.
Oh, Spencer Lindbergh.
Spencer Hanley.
Okay.
662-7094. Spencer, one
662-7
7094.
Spencer Hanley.
Yeah.
Winning a pair of wireless earbuds.
And
we have another pair.
And he was the last to pay me in.
He's the last to pay you. Okay, Spencer Hanley there winning a pair of wireless earbuds. So, and we have a second pair, so we're going to go to that now.
Julie Swanston again.
Julie Swanston again. Julie, you're on a roll tonight, girl. Julie Swanston winning a pair of wireless earbuds. She called in her order tonight. You know, Julie, you're winning. You're winning again. I tell you, but not only Julie, not only bought tickets. Remember, she donated one of the prices as well.
Okay.
So, and she's a good supporter, very good supporter of the show. So we want to say thank you. This gem in your pocket. Let us draw the gem in your pocket.
Deli Canes.
Deli Canes, gem in your pocket.
And Deli needs a gem in her pocket.
Well, me ain't going to get Deli vexed with me. So me ain't going to go down the road with you. Deli is me friend. So, and me know she listening and she tongue sharp like a razor.
Me ain't
So,
afraid she. Tell her I ain't afraid you. You come.
You're not afraid of so. But me afraid Deli, so me not going down the road there so.
Go ahead.
Boy, we got a smartwatch.
A smartwatch. Okay.
Yeah, let's see who is going to win this smartwatch. And we remind you that these prizes were donated. These are people who are friends of the show and friends of the station.
Velma Paris.
Okay.
765-6819.
Well, I tell you something, Porter Swanson going to collect that gift.
Okay.
You know, so Porter is going to collect that gift. And so, a smartwatch. Porter, you're in business. The Fire Stick. Let's go with the Fire Stick next. We are on the tech section. Let's see who is going to win the Fire Stick. And then you can program it and watch whatever you want to watch. Fire Stick coming up.
Paul Benjamin, telephone number 665-6480.
Paul Benjamin winning the Fire Stick here tonight. And then still in the tech section, you know what? No, we're going to leave those for a little bit later. Those other tech things. We had a Lenovo laptop. I think we're going to draw that one there close to last. We have a Galaxy tablet, and we have the 10-watt LED job site speaker. We're going to draw those a little bit later. So let's go up to houseware, and let's see who will win. Let's start with the frying pan. They say people does use frying pan to bang people with. So let me start with the frying pan and see who is going to win that. And we have 12 prizes in the houseware section. So let's see who is the first winner.
Janella Walters.
Janella Walters.
Yeah, 663-7222.
Janella Walters winning that. And next, the electric iron. One electric iron coming up next. Let us see who is the winner for this one. Lots of tickets still left back.
Shawnette Tyson.
Oh, Shawnette. Shawnette called, messaged me this evening to say that she is not able to return the stubs because she's not an island.
Oh.
And so we had to write up 3 whole different books for Shawnette. You know, so it's a good thing that she messaged and that we wrote up those. Shawnette, you are a winner this evening. You have an electric iron. I'm glad she didn't win what her mother donated.
I find it oxymoronic to call it an electric iron. Almost like versus a goose.
The goose is where you either have to put on the fire or you put the fire inside. Electric kettle.
Electric kettle.
Yeah, electric kettle. Let's see how this one goes.
Go ahead.
One electric kettle.
Imelda Stanley.
Imelda Stanley, that's a second win.
Yeah.
You see what happened when you buy more than 1 tickets? I think it's 5 tickets she bought.
And she 2 out of 5?
2 out of 5 is fantastic. Imelda Stanley. Okay. And let me put that in red. And now let's go. We ain't gonna do the ceiling fan yet.
Go ahead.
Let's go with the 3/4 soup pot. 1 3/4 soup pot. Yep. No, I tell you something. The kind of soup that we have here from Papa tonight ain't no 3/4. More like 3 gallons. Who is winning the soup pot?
I hope they don't think I fixed this.
You're not pulling.
I'm not pulling.
You're just reading.
I'm just reading.
Yes.
Sindrine Louis Daly.
Oh Lord. You see? You went on radio and said that your sister-in-law had not bought any tickets. And so she called in her order. And look here now. She done win something. Sindrine, you are a winner tonight in the raffle. But she's such a lovely lady. She always donate to tell me. And so you can't be vexed when people like them win. Let's go with the other pot. We have a stainless steel. This time this is a 5.5 quart pot. And all of them look good. Listen to me. I came out of America today with 2 suitcases full of prizes. I couldn't even get to bring my own stuff. You know, just full up of things for this raffle. You know. So I don't got to go back to get my own stuff. The 5.5 quart pot. The winner is. You can't read the writing.
I can't read this writing at all.
Pass it over. Let me see if maybe it's my handwriting.
It looks like Glendale or something. I mean, that's hard to read.
I see Glendale, yes, or Glenville. No, this is Glenville Labor.
That's a doctor's writing.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But even the telephone number hard to read.
It looks
like 6625187.
That's a prescription.
Glenville. That got to be Dr. Glenville Labor. Glenville Library.
Dr. Library, next time print your name, please.
And if you had put on Doctor, the ticket number is 0037. If you had put on Doctor, we wouldn't know. We wouldn't know that. We would have put on our pharmacist eyes. Okay, 662. It looks like 5187. The ticket number is 00. It looks like 0037.
Pass it back.
So let me pass it back to you, because we are going to match up all of those again with ticket numbers and so on to make sure that we get the people right. We already went with the frying pan. Listen, I have a slow cooker here that I want to.
Go ahead. Push that one down.
Not the slow cooker. Let's go with the rice cooker first. We have a rice cooker and we have a slow cooker. So we're going with the rice cooker and then we go with the slow cooker. So let us see who is winning the rice cooker.
This must be another doctor. Andrew Merchant.
Oh, Andrew Merchant.
It looked like
that's the first.
Me no.
That's the first winner for Zion.
Check it out and see. That sounds like Andrew.
I suspect it's Andrew Merchant.
Yeah.
Ticket number, but I can't even read my own rating. 6625 5245. 6625245. That's the number, and that's a rice cooker. So, Mochi gonna got to do some cooking. Let's go with this slow cooker now, and see who is the winner for the slow cooker. You're listening to Tell Me. We're having fun with prices tonight. This is our give back evening. We had a raffle, and we asked people to buy tickets for $10 each, and we are giving away 33 prizes tonight. The slow cooker.
Looks like Alphonse Maynard.
Alphonse.
We look like Alphonse Maynard. See if you could make sure of that.
I will go with that.
Okay.
Alphonse Maynard. Ticket number is 0602. The number for Alphonse is 668-9161. You see, we're going to be calling these numbers to make sure that we get the people right, so that we can tell them where to collect their gifts. Because it's going to be easier for you to find me than for me to find you all over Nevis, eh?
Go ahead.
So, coming up next is a 7-piece pot set. 1 7-piece pot set. Coming up now, the ticket is handed to Dr. Daly, and he will tell me who is on it.
Romello Jeffers.
Oh, Romello Jeffers. Romello said that he was making sure he contribute to the show. He's going to call me to tell me what to do with the gift. He might tell us that we might keep it and put it in another raffle.
Yeah.
Romello Jeffers.
I just let Romello know that I cook too, eh?
Romello, good night. Good night. Talked to him a couple of times when I was in the States. I'm so happy, Romello, that this storm didn't cause you any undue duress. So let's go now with the curtain tie back. 1 curtain tie back, and let's see whose name comes out. We have gone through a lot of the prices, but we still have some left.
Jelani Manners.
I bet you he's Chesley sell that to his son. Jelani Manners, and his number is
0374 is the ticket number. His telephone number 762-1302.
1302, Jelani Manners. Okay, let's go up. We took care of the entire personal care items. We still have some left under housewares, and we are going to hold those for a little bit. Let me see where we go to next. We still got a laptop. I have a phone stand. Oh, no, that is one already. We have a power bank.
Okay.
So let's go with the power bank and see who is going to win the power bank.
Papa Paris.
Papa Paris wins the power bank.
So he gives a breakfast and gets a power.
Yes.
663-5164.
Okay, everybody know Papa, so. The other prices now, these are the big fellows that we are going with. So we are going with the big prices now. We have a 10-watt LED job site speaker. Let's see who is going to win that. 10-watt LED job site speaker. And those make a whole ton of noise, eh? So let us see who is going to win that one. This one was donated by Julie Swanston. You know, so let us see who is going to win this.
Anthony Morton. 668-6065. Ticket number 0996.
668-6065. Anthony Morton winning that LED job site speaker. Let me go down to make sure we ain't forget nothing down here. Let me turn all of these in red to show that they have been pulled already. Listen me, I like this one. This one is a backpack with an external charging port, and we're giving a power bank with that as well. So you have your backpack, you put in your stuff, but you could also use it to charge your implements. So this one is...
So you got external charging port?
Yes.
I think Eric would like that one.
I'm going over. I show Eric over Brown Hill Vex with you. So who is the winner here?
Sonia Kozia, 663-9880.
663-9880. Okay, I think I got this order when I was overseas, so I had to get somebody to sell that ticket for me. So all down here finish. I got a let me see, all up there finish. So I have a 2-burner electric stove that we're going with next. Let's see who is going to win the 2-burner electric stove. Somebody gonna get lucky. 2-burner electric stove.
Tejan Swanston.
Spell that.
Tejaun. Tejan Swanston. 765-6819.
I got a feeling that a porter again, you know. But we'll call the numbers tomorrow. So that is one electric stove. Let me go down here. Let's get rid of the Galaxy tablet. Coming up next. One Galaxy tablet coming up next. Still got a lot of tickets in that barrel. People came out in support of the raffle. So we want to say thank you very much. And we also want to say thank you to all those persons who donated gifts. It means that you have made the show tonight and the giveaways good. One Galaxy tablet.
Millie Cornelius.
Oh Lord, Millie, my neighbor Cornelius.
664-7784.
Me ain't gonna put down Millie number because Millie gonna call me. She Millie gonna call me neighbor. I want to know when I could come for me a Galaxy tablet. and you know, I have to tell you, Dr. Daly, I messaged Millie this afternoon to say, neighbor, I'm back on the island and I want you to order one lobster dinner for Dr. Daly. Please, I want him to get a lobster. And Millie said, Lord, I must say, neighbor, weekends ain't gonna lobster. But you're gonna get it another time. So, neighbor, please know I've already told the whole world that Dr. Daly gonna go weekends for his lobster. So you better tell me daily when the lobster is available.
I'll tell you something. That tablet ain't going away until I see the lobster.
Millie, you hear that? So before you come for your tablet, tell me about Dr. Daly. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give Dr. Daly the tablet to give. I like that. I like that. Okay. Listen. Our sponsor gave us an electric one ceiling fan. So let us see who is going to win that now. This is compliments of Pico. One ceiling fan. So let us see who is going to win this. And we put down the name next to it.
Papa won it.
Papa. Winston Papa Paris. You know, is all the way up in New York. Jackie messaged me to say, remember, I need the book of tickets for Papa. So, Jackie, you in business. And we ain't even eat the soup yet, but the soup working. Okay, listen, it's only two prices we have next. Two prices left. One of them is a cast iron gas stove, and the other one is the laptop. So we're going to leave the laptop to last. Let's do that 2-burner cast iron gas stove next. And see who wins that. And then after that, you will be hearing the draw, which will be coming up for the laptop. One brand new laptop is coming up last. So this is for the cast iron 2-burner gas stove. I didn't buy a ticket, but if I'd bought a ticket, I would have liked to win that.
Monique Smith.
Monique Smith.
469-5206.
469 5206. Okay, Monique Smith, that's you. 1 2-burner cast iron gas stove. And we ain't even going to waste no time. We're going to go. And while people are there patiently listening, here what we're going to do. We're going to make them wait a little longer because we're going to let them know who sponsors us.
Do you know what you're drinking? If you are drinking plastic bottled water, chances are you're consuming plastic contaminants, BPA, and other hormone disrupting chemicals you cannot see with your naked eye. Those empty plastic bottles take up to 450 years to decompose. In the meantime, plastic bottles are polluting the environment. They are dangerous to the planet and our health. The safer solution is to acquire your own Kangen alkaline water filtration system, and you'll never have to buy toxic bottled water again. Help save the planet and drink clean water for less than the price you'll pay for acid plastic bottled water over the next few years. The Kangen technology is the world's most popular, most acquired water immunizer. For more information, you can call or WhatsApp us on 917-207-1307. That's 917-207-1307. Change your water, change your life.
Thank you very much and welcome back. We're going to play one more ad before we get into the final drawing, and that final drawing will be for a Lenovo laptop.
Tell me what you want, please. Tell me what you need. Tell me if I'm good enough for you, good enough for you, Tell me what you want, please. Tell me what you need. Tell me if I'm good enough for you, good enough for you, Tell me what you want, please. Tell me what you need. Tell me if I'm good enough for you, good enough for you, baby. Tell me what you want, please. Tell me what you need. Tell me if I'm good enough for you, good enough for you, baby. Tell me what you want.
Way to go for residential, commercial, and industrial wiring, data, security, UPS, and generator installation. When you need electrical work done now, done right, done at an affordable price, contact Finney's Electrical Company. Call or WhatsApp 665-1916 or email pico_1166@yahoo.com. Pico, the way to go.
And the Pico is one of the sponsors of the show, along with Kangen Water. Those are our two sponsors. And we're going to come back to you just now because we have one more prize to go. But before we draw the final prize, let me say I'm absolutely grateful to the two ladies who came in and helped us this evening take out all the staples out the books, make sure that the stubs were inside of the barrel, and also made sure that they took the late orders that came in from persons who were out there who wanted to contribute. And before we draw the final prize this evening, let's go through the list and tell you who won. And yeah, I'm doing it because I want to make you wait, because I want people to stay with us and find out who won what. 1 Bath and Body Works 1000 Wishes set, Sylvester Pemberton. 1 Victoria's Secret Pure Seduction Bath and Body Set, Julie Swanston. 1 Pearson Glasses, Monica Pemberton. 1 Sterling Silver Handmade pair of earrings, the Honorable Joseph Parry. 1 Antique Copper Handmade pair of earrings, Max. Under housewares, 1 2-burner cast iron stove, Monique Smith. 1 2-burner electric stove, Tijon Swanston. 1 ceiling fan, remote control, Papa. 1 7-piece pot set, Romello Jeffers. 1 slow cooker, Alphonse Maynard. 1 rice cooker, Andrew Merchant. 1 stainless steel 5.5 quart pot, Glenville Liebert. 1 3-quart soup pot, Sindrine Louis Daly. 1 frying pan, Janella Walters. 1 electric kettle, Imelda Stanley. 1 electric iron, Sharnette Tyson. 1 curtain tie back, Jelani Manners. Lunch for 2 by Lime Beach Bar, Deandra Webb. Breakfast for 2 by Papa's Grill, Imelda Stanley. One Lenovo laptop will be drawn next. That's the final prize for the night. One Galaxy tablet, Millicent Cornelius. One Fire Stick, Paul Benjamin. One smartwatch, Velma Paris. One pair wireless earbuds, Spencer Hanley. One pair wireless earbuds, Julie Swanston. One Echo Pop with Alexa, Giselle Skeet. One Echo Pop with Alexa, Gloria Wallace. 1 year TV services, Colleen Manners. Active Body Gym in your pocket, Deli Canes. One portable rechargeable smoothie blender, Chev Lewis. One 10-watt LED job site speaker, Anthony Morton. One power bank, Papa. 2 chargers, Monique Smith. One phone stand, Julie Webb. And one backpack with external charging port with a power bank, Sonia Kozia. So we're at the last prize for the evening. It's a brand new Lenovo laptop delivered last night by Amazon, and in the studio tonight, one Lenovo laptop. Daily done spin it forward, he's spinning it backward now.
I want to win.
He want to win. I can't win because I didn't take part. So Carlin Lawrence is the person who has been put in a hand all night. So she will unlock the gate now. And I must say thanks very much to Stedwin Clark for allowing us to use his barrel for the draw. And so the hand is in the box, and again Carlin ain't taking no chances. She turning like when she turning Carmel. And she comes up with a ticket now. And this person will win a brand new Lenovo laptop. And there goes Daily laughing.
I was reading the comments on the Facebook feed, and this young lady was saying, "We're married, nothing yet." Leniqua Dyer. Leniqua Dyer, congratulations.
And you know the funny thing about it, she messaged me tonight and she said them price is good.
Okay, then.
So I need another 5 tickets.
All right.
So she bought, and she had bought before. She bought an extra 5 tickets tonight. So Leniqua Dyer, you have won the laptop. So we want to congratulate you. And she said she ain't win, right? So she win now.
She win now.
So Leniqua, we're waiting for the comment to say that you win.
Miss Myers, come in. We need to show people how beautiful we have a staff here. Come. This is Miss. Why don't close to me so people can see you? It's Miss Inclam Myers. She is the person here in the office for 2020 Vision Radio. So if you call, this is who you're getting.
Right.
Honey Myers, the beautiful daughter of Honey Myers from Connecticut.
And you too?
Oh, me
you had some of the honey, you forget? Don't let the honey. Want to taste Albert Myers honey?
And the ever wonderful Carlin Lawrence. She's here. Thank you, Carlin, for coming in and sharing your time with us. These girls have been here. These ladies have been here since before me. And I got here at 6 o'clock. And Inkla says she got here since this morning. Make sure you guys take some of the food with you. There's plenty of food there. Make sure you take some with you. And we couldn't do it without you. Thank you very much for coming in.
Most welcome.
All right.
Thank you very much, ladies. So we'll take a little break so that we can get something to eat, because I'm hungry in truth. So we're going to take a little break, but we're going to be back. This is Dr. Simeon Daniel from the opening of Four Seasons.
Sir Clement and Lady Arundel, Right Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Kennedy Simmons and Mrs. Simmons, Deputy Governor General Honorable Weston Paris and Mrs. Paris, Speaker of the National Assembly and the President of the Nevis Island Assembly, Mr. and Mrs. Spencer Byron, members of the federal and Nevis government, members of the opposition, members of the diplomatic corps, including His Excellency Ambassador Shrike of France, Ambassador Eguchi of Japan, Ambassador Strader of Venezuela, our local ambassadors, His Excellency Dr. William Herbert, His Excellency Mr. Terence Byron, Canadian High Commissioner Mrs. Janet Zukowski, Chargé d'Affaires of the Embassy of Taiwan, Mr. Charles Tsai and Mrs. Tsai, His Lordship Mr. Justice Singh, members of the clergy, Mr. Maida of the Tobashiba Corporation, Mr. Jean Chauffeur of Jumes, Mr. Isidore Sharp of Four Seasons, permanent secretaries and other government officials, members of the business community, representatives of the various financial institutions, other distinguished guests from overseas and at home, ladies and gentlemen, friends. About 4 years ago, serious negotiations started between Jumes and the Nevis Island administration on the possibility of the construction of an upmarket hotel along the same lines that the Inns of Nevis were promoting, together with an 18-hole championship golf course. It was just over 2 years ago that negotiations were completed, and I was engaged in the groundbreaking ceremony where I laid the first stone to commence the construction of this magnificent, luxurious resort. That was an historic moment in industry in Nevis, because we had just opened the gate of golden opportunity in this country. Today, we have just entered the gate, and here we are with a 196-room hotel being operated by the ultimate in the operation of luxury resorts throughout the world. And I'm referring to none other than the illustrious company Four Seasons. We have again entered the annals of Caribbean history. Yes. Just over 200 years ago, the first commercial hotel in the Caribbean, the Bath Hotel, was constructed in Nevis. And today we can boast the opening of the first five-star hotel in the region. The decision of the financiers of this resort to choose a small and relatively unknown island like Nevis for such a huge investment must not come as a big surprise. It is true that this country is a repository of natural beauty, history, and hospitality, which make the island irresistible to tourists and investors alike. However, a very significant factor which cannot be overemphasized is the distinctive tourism policy of this administration over the years, which established the framework and environment for tourism expansion. Government's policy of continuing the promotion of upmarket tourism, which is advocated by the Inns of Nevis as opposed to mass market tourism, is certainly paying off. Some islands in the region are already experiencing a decline in tourism revenues because they have followed the path of mass market tourism, which resulted in social and environmental deterioration. In order to avert some of the mistakes made by other islands, we have been trying to increase tourism revenue while at the same time keeping the number of tourists to a level compatible with the developmental goals of this country. We are therefore trying to attract high-quality hotels which target the affluent clientele, and Four Seasons is definitely aiding government in the realization of this objective. It has also been government's policy to attract village rather than metropolitan-style hotels. We recognize the need to provide a different product for the tourists who come to us from countries with mostly high-rise hotels. The Four Seasons Hotel has maintained this style beautifully with its spread out cottages. These are some of government's policies which have made Nevis attractive to luxurious resorts like the Four Seasons. When government finalized the agreement with Belmont Beach Resort to construct this hotel, the people of Nevis greeted the news with mixed feelings. Most people appeared very excited because of the potential benefits that could accrue to the island from the investment of over $80 million US. However, there were others who were more cautious and expressed concern about the potential negative impact that a hotel of this magnitude could have on a small, unspoiled island like Nevis. I must admit that these concerns were justified because development brings with it social costs which are not easily quantifiable in economic terms. It is heartening, therefore, that the hotel has been constructed and is now operating with minimal disturbance to the society so far. However, we cannot afford to become complacent. We must continue to educate our people and to cooperate with government and the relevant authorities to avert potential social ills that could ruin our beloved country. Some people have also expressed concern about the numerous concessions that have been given to the resort. One must recognize that these concessions were necessary in order to help attract the institution to Nevis. Several countries throughout the world would have been delighted to attract a hotel of such high international repute to their shores. The concessions we have granted to the resort are similar to what any of the other countries competing for investment capital would have given to lure the investors into choosing their islands to build this gorgeous structure. Despite the many concerns raised by the general public, we have not lost in the bargain. The benefits to Nevis are manifold. The hotel has already employed about 500 locals, and the unemployment rate in the Nevis economy has been reduced to virtually nil. Restaurants and other hotels on the island have been deriving substantial benefits as a large number of guests at Four Seasons have been encouraged to dine out. During 1991, government expects to collect directly not less than over $1.5 million in accommodation tax from the Four Seasons Hotel. And in subsequent years, the amount is expected to increase to approximately $3 million. This increase in revenue will certainly help government to improve the infrastructure of the island so that we can continue to move forward to economic prosperity. Over the years, Nevisians on leaving school have been reluctant to pursue a career in the hotel industry, as much scope for development and advancement not provided in the smaller inns of Nevis. With the Four Seasons Hotel employing so many workers, government will be able to widen its education program and focus more on subject areas that will prepare our young people to take up top management positions in hotels in the years ahead. We are also hoping that the high standard of training provided by Four Seasons will filter down to the other areas in the private and public sectors, and hence improve the overall efficiency of labor in the country. Agriculture in Nevis has suffered over the years because of the inability of farmers to find a tangible market for their produce. The Four Seasons Hotel can now provide that market, at least partially. The onus is now on the farmers to improve the quality of their produce and work together with the agricultural department to exploit the opportunities that the Four Seasons Resort provides. With the opening of this resort, we do not claim to have attained the pinnacle of success. We cannot sit smugly behind the progress that has been achieved so far. The door must be kept open, and the pathway must be paved for the continuing economic advancement of this country. I am happy to report that potential investors are now being attracted to Nevis to exploit business opportunities. Government has already held preliminary discussions with another first-class hotel chain that is showing interest in starting operations in Nevis. This clearly demonstrates that the island has great potential for the future. Despite the tremendous opportunities that are being created, I must remind everyone that a key element in economic development is that the people of the country must be major participants in the development process. Foreigners can be and inevitably are involved as well, but they cannot be the whole story. Further, if growth in the economy only benefits a tiny, wealthy minority, whether domestic or foreign, it is not true development. It is our duty to ensure that the benefits derived from tourism expansion permeate every level of society. However, I must warn divisions that participation in the process of development does not only imply participation in the enjoyment of the benefits of development, but also the production of those benefits. In other words, one must produce first, then consume afterwards. I therefore appeal to all divisions to improve productivity. Some people have been criticizing the management of Four Seasons for filling most of the management positions with workers from overseas. One must recognize that the hotel has just started operating, and there is the need to fill key positions with trained and experienced workers in order to provide the high standard of service for which Four Seasons is renowned. However, the majority of these workers will be leaving after a period of 2 years, and a number of management positions will become vacant. Local people employed at the hotel must be patient and should utilize every opportunity to improve their management skills so that in the future they could prove themselves worthy and capable to take up more senior positions. I also appeal to the local businesses to start working together in order to maximize the benefits from tourism. The Nevis economy is performing fairly well, and a number of big businesses from outside are now trying to expand their operations into Nevis in order to penetrate the local market and create a niche for themselves. It means that the small local businesses could be faced with extreme competition and be forced out of the marketplace. Government is willing to offer assistance to protect the local businesses from unfair competition. But businessmen will also have to try and help themselves. It is time for the businessmen in Nevis to pool their resources and ideas together to ward off the threat posed by the large business concerns that are now setting up operations in Nevis. It is time for the service sector to improve the standard of its operations. The caliber of tourists being attracted to Nevis will need a high standard of service. If the service cannot be provided by divisions, then others will come in and try to take over the service industry. Let the Four Seasons Hotel be an example to all of us that we should be unstinting in our efforts to provide the standard of service which at least equals or even surpasses that of this, so that the tourists will feel compelled to book a return visit to the island even before they depart. The island of Nevis is small and has limited resources. but its people must be determined to move forward. One economist marveled at the success of Japan when he asked, how could a country with so little natural resources and about the size of one state in America develop into a world economic power? This lesson teaches us that we could be small in size and still be strong economically. But the equation of the Japanese success includes such variables as hard work, dedication, cooperation, and teamwork. Let us adopt these attributes and work together to make Nevis a better place for all. I must now take this opportunity to express the sincere gratitude of this administration to all those responsible for ensuring the success of this project. Special mention must be made of the investors, Jumes, Tobishima, and Four Seasons, who showed confidence in the Nevis Island government and readily agreed to make Nevis the first Caribbean island in which a 5-star hotel is constructed. The late Fred Kelsick and Mr. Xavier Nice, who introduced Jumes to Nevis, must not be forgotten. The efforts of former ministers of the Nevis Island administration must be commended highly. And I speak of Mr. Arthur Evelyn, Mr. Uriel Swanston, and Mr. Ivor Stevens, who were actively involved in the initial negotiations with the investors to win the contract for Nevis. Congratulations are also extended to present ministers, the Honorable Victor Martin, Joseph Parry, and Phineas Griffin, for building on the foundation provided and seeing the project to completion. The construction workers, jalters, and local contractors must also be praised for building this hotel in record time. Lastly, I must thank the people of Nevis for their patience and understanding during the time this hotel was being built. The Nevis administration has worked untiringly over the years to improve the standard of living of the people of Nevis. We have been traveling through a tunnel filled with darkness, gloom, frustration, and disappointments. But we are now seeing a ray of light gleaming in the distance. The construction of this exquisite hotel does not signify the end to all of our problems, but the yoke of despair has been partly broken, and we can look to the future with confidence as we chart the course of this country into the 21st century. Let us build on this foundation, which could serve as a tremendous catalyst to economic development in this beautiful island we call the Queen of the Caribbean. I thank you.
That was Dr. Sir Simeon Daniel of late and blessed memory, giving his opening address when Four Seasons Hotel opened in Nevis back in 1991. And that was him setting the stage for the future development of Nevis. You know, the funny thing about it is that CCM, then in opposition, were able to go around Nevis and convince a huge number of voters that the Four Seasons Hotel was not good for Nevis. That somehow Dr. Daniel and NRP had negotiated a bad deal. They convinced the people of Nevis and the voters of Nevis that NRP had negotiated that foreign managers be paid in US dollars, and that local workers here in Nevis at Four Seasons be paid in EC dollars. And some people believed. The CCM went around Nevis and told the people that NRP hadn't done anything, that NRP had negotiated away the whole future of Nevis. We'll come back to that. Good evening, caller.
Darling, good evening.
How are you?
Good evening to the panel.
Good evening.
Congratulations on the 1,000 Tell Me show.
Thank you, thank you.
Looking forward for another 1,000. We're going straight down the hill. Alright, you hear leadership?
Yep,
You hear man with charisma talk?
definitely.
Leadership. That is what we cannot get from this young man. That is what we cannot get from this young man. He's trying to bring division against one another. The same thing down here with the Jewish Prime Minister. They're bringing the islands against one another, putting people against one another. Look what this guy do today. Look what he do. It's the people's money. 50th anniversary because Carlo and Daly don't support CCM. They can't get the ad. But we don't get the reader, you vagabond. Have a good night.
Thank you very much, caller. So, you compare that. You know, CCM in its time, they have promised. I stopped counting at 33. 33 hotels. Not a single one of those 33 hotels has come to Nevis. Good evening, caller.
Good evening, Carlisle and Daly, and I don't know if Tulu is there.
No, Tulu is off.
Okay. I just want to congratulate you on your 1,000th show. I did call in for show 999, so I figured that I wouldn't miss out on show 1,000. But I want to congratulate all those who have hosted Tell Me before. I don't need to list the names. You know the names. I think the community knows the names as well. For the stellar work you have done, you have dug in, you have stuck with it. Many times when we were beaten down, you know, you still went out to bat in the middle and held your own, you and Daly and Tulu. I also want to thank you for helping to protect and defend our democracy as well too. And you know, freedom of the press is very important in a true democracy. And you have done that. And so far, I don't think any charges or any lawsuits have been filed against your show. So that's outstanding. And kudos to you. Wishing you another 1,000 shows or even more than that, if life lasts that long. And while I'm on the radio, I just want to take time to also extend my deepest condolences to the Daniels family. His son, who is a very good friend of mine, and I knew his dear wife. You know, so I wishing them all the best during this difficult time. And of course, Benelda Griffin, who was a very good friend of mine and a close friend of the family, the Bussel's family in Butlers. My heart goes out to both families. Great people. Benilda certainly will be missed, so my condolences to her children, Marella and Yuzel, and her sister Kay, and the extended family. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep pushing forward. One day change will come. Thanks to you all.
Thank you very much, caller. And I was talking about how CCM have gone about lying to the people of Nevis, but we'll stay with the phone lines. Good evening, caller.
Good evening, caller.
Hensley, how are you?
I'm good. And Dr. Daly, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
First of all, I want to add my own commendation to the host for hosting 1,000 shows. I was trying to count to 1,000. It takes a long time. From 0 to 1,000, it takes a long time. But certainly, the contribution to building awareness to these critical issues and helping us. Certainly, we remember coming on to the elections in 2006. Tell Me was on, so we have been able to get our message out in the Nevis Reformation Path in many respects. So congratulations and commendations for many more. I also want to express my own condolences to Benilda's family. I think in the early days of the developing and redeveloping the preschool education, she was a key person in ensuring that that level of education, ages 3 to 5, she was a very instrumental. And of course, Carlisle, and she has great imagination and very creative. So she was able to turn on a lot of young children into interesting educational pursuits. May her soul find eternal rest. In listening to the radio and listening to Mr. Daniel, first of all, and when he left politics and outlining the work of the party, you realize, Carlisle, that I had some discussions with people back in 1992 as to saying, well, what is it you presented? Talk to the CCM people. What is it you presented to people which made them vote against NRP? Says, boy, you're crazy. It's just lies. You're mad. We had no alternative. We just had to tell them that. We just had to tell lies, and the lies work. And people actually are able to admit that to you. So one of the things which Tell Me does is to ensure that the facts are presented and that people don't necessarily know have to go down the road where you have to lie. One of the other things which is good is that, on the radio stations where the other party operates, if you go and ask for a copy of the tape, it would be doctored. But so your research team over the years, Carlisle, has done very well in keeping the clips, making them original. So when you present the actual things. So I just want to end by congratulating all of the persons who listen, all of the persons who contribute, and all of the persons who have stuck with the radio, beginning, of course, with Choice FM and then going now to Vision 2020. We've been able to steady course. And congratulations again and best wishes.
Thank you very much, Hensley. And he's a man who has been in the trenches, and he's a man who has so much to offer to the people of Nevis. I want to play something, Dr. Daly, because we're talking about Dr. Simeon Daniel. Well, we went from him. Let me take this phone call first. Good evening. Good evening, caller.
Good evening, Carlisle.
How are you?
I am good. My name is Renford George, like everybody to know, and I am extremely proud to associate myself with greatness. And by that I mean I am extremely happy to be able to say to you that you, Carlisle Powell, have distinguished yourself as an outstanding leader. As I recall, you have been the only person that has led Tell Me. You have brought it from number 1 to 1,000. And I believe that the entire listening audience across the world is very proud of you, and I want to associate myself with congratulating you and congratulating 2020 that has been an example of continuity. I want to thank you for your leadership, unwavering leadership, not only for Tell Me, but by extension for 2020 Vision. And you can associate yourself with all the successes of 2020 Vision and everything that it associates itself with. Thank you very much. Congratulations. And by the way, let me clear to you and to the world that I am 1,000 Thursday night old.
I like that. I like that, Ren. Thank you very much, Ren. You're kind.
You're very welcome. Have a good evening, man.
Thank you very much. He's 1,000. Tell me old. Listen, Hastings didn't get to come in tonight here, and I haven't heard from Pat either. But I want to reach out to the two of them and shower them with love, because they carried Tell Me for a period there back in 2006 after I joined the government of the Honorable Joseph Walcott Parry. So I missed a couple of months and then came back to Tell Me. Now, we heard the first premier of Nevis. So we went from somebody with vision and foresight, and I don't know how we ended up here, but we ended up with somebody like
We
this.
must also design a strategy to encourage a steady increase in visitor arrivals year on year and all year round. Such specific strategies will be worked out when the people of Nevis are asked and have made their decision in the next election.
This is the voice of Van Samri, who went to speak to the Nevis chapter of the Chamber of Industry and Commerce. And I have never heard a man make such a profound statement about something specific and sound so damn stupid. I mean, got to design specific strategies. But wait, after the people don't vote, we will come up with the strategy. And guess what? The people of Nevis voted for that and voted him back into office, you know? A lot of people, when we played this repeatedly and tell me, a lot of people who went to all kind of school and got all kind of degrees said they didn't understand that our foolishness, the man said. I can't believe. Let's go to the phone lines again. And good evening, caller. Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening. How are you guys doing?
I am getting better and better.
All right, I'm a little bit under the weather, but it would be remiss of me to not call in tonight and to say congratulations.
Oh, this is the leader, the Honorable Janice Daniel Hodge.
Yes, my voice is a bit off tonight, but I had to take a moment to call in and to congratulate you and the Tell Me team, the Tell Me family. You guys have been doing a wonderful job. And for my own purposes, a lot of the background information that we need in order to put the facts together so that the people can understand what really was, what is, and what can be, we get that from Tell Me. Now, you're hosting your 1000th show.
Yes.
And you know, it really took me back down memory lane when I listened to my dad speaking and the vast difference in what a statesman ought to be. Not because he's my father, but because of the respect that he had for the people of Nevis, that win, lose, or draw, he felt that it was his responsibility to make sure that he addressed the people of Nevis in a way that they deserve. And I can only pray and hope that Tell Me continues. We know there have been some times when there have been challenges, but I think Tell Me has provided an opportunity for the people, Nevisians at home and abroad, to get a good understanding of what is going on. And it's a space that I think can only be handled by someone with 1,000 show experience. and so congratulations to you and your team, and I wish you all the best as you move forward. Let me take a moment to extend condolences to the family of Benilda Griffin. I got to know her in recent years, but she has certainly been one who would call, you know, a little bit of wit here, a little bit of humor, but always something constructive to say, and always, you know, the memories of back in the day when her father was involved in politics as well. So we shared a similar bond in certain ways, and so I would certainly miss her. And to the Daniel family as well, to Mova, on her passing, I send my condolences to Hastings and Ron and the rest of the Daniel family. On a slightly different note, I must say, I did have my tickets. I did not win. I did not win this evening, but I'm quite happy to congratulate all of those who participated and all of the winners. And I do pray and wish that this show can continue and that you can continue to do the job that you are doing. Good night to Dr. Daly for me and to all who are listening at home and abroad. I'm going to rest my throat now because it's a bit, scratchy. But I had to call in this evening to congratulate you and the team.
Thank you very much. You're very kind. We thank you for your kind words. Dr. Daly, listen, we can't leave tonight without doing some work on current politics. We've been talking about what happened before, but I think that we also have to address at least one current matter. I think somebody's on the line. Good evening, caller.
Alright.
Yes,
I
boss.
want to ask a question. I want to know if the Nevis young people them listening them people, Simeon Daniel, The man was a king, the man was a champion, the man was a lion, The man, oh my God. Charlie, continue play these things, play these tapes, because you've got to get into this young man's head. Look where Nevis gone. Look where Sinki's gone with this fella down here. We like a little boat sailing by nowhere. This is where we're getting from these guys daily. Listen, Sim Daniel, you ain't hearing Sim biasness and bluesing nobody and listen, he congratulates everybody when he loses the election. Young people, I understand where Nevis and think it's supposed to go, not Taiwanese, because I know what has happened to Taiwanese. Have a good night again.
Thank you very much.
Good night. I want to hear you Saturday. God willing.
This is something for the young people, and I hope they're listening, and I hope they hear, and I hope they understand. Because if they do not do something about it now, and they go out there and they vote for system and put back in another system government, then God help them.
God help them in truth. Listen, Daly, I want to take you to the Prime Minister's round table because I know we didn't have time to address this tonight. It's 9:53. Even if we have to go a couple of minutes over time to address this matter. I heard Dr. Joe finally addressing the airport matter. And not too sure if his answer was straight because it seemed to me as if he liked to play dodge and hoop. But let's listen to this.
Okay, Mr. Prime Minister, I will take you over to Nevis today.
Yes.
All right, one, the Premier of Nevis disclosed that he asked for financing from the federal government for the Vance W. Amory International Airport project.
Yes.
How much money did the Premier ask for, and approximately when will the funds be made available? And two, the Alexandra Hospital expansion project. You know, that's a bread and butter topic in Nevis, especially as it relates to its incompletion. Have you personally visited the site, or do you intend to visit the site? And what will you do as Prime Minister to ensure that that edifice be completed or be brought to fruition sometime soon?
Right. So with respect to the Premier saying that, I think the Vance Amory Airport can be enhanced and can help Nevis. He has brought to the federal government how we can partner. The federal government is working with the Nevis Island administration on that project. I don't know if he gave the numbers, but he would have the final numbers. But I can tell you that the federal government is working with the NIA with respect to the airport expansion project for the people of Nevis. As I've said before, that, and I've committed to, that the child in Gingerland should have the same opportunity as the child in St. Paul's from a federal government's perspective. I mean that. The Aspire program is going to also go to all the children of Nevis. All the children of Nevis between 5 and 18 will also be part of the Aspire program. Any opportunity we have for children in St. Kitts, we want them for the children in Nevis as well. Because at the end of the day, we have to become more as one. But we can't survive individually. All these countries in the Caribbean recognize already that our strength is in our togetherness. So if it's at the macro level, it must be at the micro level as well. St. Kitts and Nevis must show the example of working together. And so yes, on the airport expansion, we are working together.
I don't think that the Prime Minister understood the questions. How much? How much money? The Prime Minister is like, round and round, chin bar. You used to play that in tongue, we used to play that in country. So all this talk about the child in St. Kitts and the child in Nevis, Mr. Prime Minister, how much Mark Brantley asked you for? That was a simple question. And he gone round and the Premier has the final numbers, but asks you. The Premier came to you and asked you for assistance. How much? Plain and simple. And the other simple question, have you visited the hospital in Nevis? Because the hospital is aggravating every single last nerve of the people of Nevis. That incomplete monstrosity where we have spent a whole ton of money and it can't be completed. So I don't know what you got from that specifically on the airport matter. Because all this round and not answering the question, the Prime Minister needs to come clean and come straight.
The Prime Minister knows the figure.
He very well know.
Brantley's not going to come to the Prime Minister and say, I need money. And they don't ask how much. It is impossible. And for him to stand there before the public in Nevis and St. Kitts and say, he does not know the number, but Mr. Brantley knows the number, is disconcerting because it is dishonest what he's saying. But further to the point, deeper into the point, Carla, the issue of this, because this speaks to the heart of the argument for fair share. If Nevis was indeed getting its constitutionally provided fair share, we won't be having to go beg nobody nothing. We won't have to go beg for money for the airport, or beg the money for hospital, or beg money for the Vance Amory International Airport. We won't have to be begging. But we are begging because we have a leader who doesn't understand that he has to stand up for the people of Nevis. He doesn't understand that.
Let's take the call. Good evening, caller.
Good evening, Mr. Powell. Good evening, Dr. Daly. First of all, I congratulate you for your work that you has been doing on Vision Radio. I thank you very much educating the people of Nevis and St. Kitts, and you're strengthening the people. You talk politics, you talk other business. I commend Vision Radio. I thank Vision Radio that there is alive and well, and they could help educate our people. Because we have some people here, and when you call them, they don't answer you. Once they see your phone, your cell phone, they just cut you off. Mr. Powell and Dr. Daly, keep up the good works, and let us all shine together behind the Nevis Reformation Party. I trust and hope that the fellow Nevision listen to the former Premier Sean Daniel, what he said back then with Four Seasons. And up to now, nobody comes since and put down something like Four Seasons. They get the best years of the economy from 1992 to 2006. And not tell me the concerned citizens movement don't even put down a single house, a water house. Mr. Powell, thank you. May God bless you all. Keep up the good work, sir.
We thank you very much as well. Dr. Daly, and now we're ready to go off the long run, but are sleeping. So, can we agree that we are going to start there next week, and Dr. Joe?
Sure, no problem.
And not only that, because we want to talk about the hospital expansion too, because he commented on that as well. So the clips are here in folder number 14 if you want them on Saturday, and some other clips because we wanted to look at some stuff which was said by Brand and Water. Much ado about nothing really, but we could come back to that next week. For now though, I just want to tell people how happy we are, how pleased we are at the participation in the raffle. First of all, we sold out the tickets, and not only that, for the gifts. I'm truly humbled And, you know, quite a few people who contributed, not what they contributed, but other things. It shows that what goes around comes around. And we want to thank you. We're going to be here with you next week. We're going to be, next week we have a funeral. Benilda will be buried next week, Thursday. But that's an early enough funeral so that we'll be able to get away to come here and do Tell Me For You from 8 o'clock. That's where I'm going to end tonight, Dr. Daly.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's good enough for me.
Okay.
I invite all who are able to join me on Saturday for On Target, and we'll go through a lot of things. We'll always have a lot to talk about. So join me on Saturday, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, right here on 2020 Vision Radio.
Thank you very much. See you next week.
Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me if I'm good enough for you, good enough for you, Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me if I'm good enough for you, good enough for you, Tell me what you want.